Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of HPL Cup Series Racing. Today we got a big one. We got the Coke 600, longest race of the season for these guys. Um, should be a fun one. Up here in the booth with me is Small, who ran the Xfinity race last night. Small, any thoughts before the race gets going here?
Well, this it's a long race, 200 laps, four stages. We usually have three, but it's four stages today. But one thing I do want to highlight is the package is like a little drafty, so we're probably gonna see a lot of like it being very draft dependent. So you have to stay at the front because you don't want to be caught up in someone like messing up and basically breaking the draft for the whole like for everyone behind them. So it's gonna be probably about staying up at the front and not making too many mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely long race, and you know, um, you gotta just, there's gonna be a lot of draft. The draft is super powerful at this track, and there's gonna be a lot of people that get impatient and try to make some bad moves. And I feel like you just got to realize, it's a long race. Each of the stages are long. You're gonna have to really stretch out the pit stops to be able to make it all the way. You're gonna have to run pretty much all the way, I think, on all the stages in terms
Yeah,
of fuel
because
to
it
be able to
is.
make it.
Yeah, it is very close. Also, one thing with the next gen cars compared to Gen 6 when we talk about fuel is you do burn fuel. You don't like stay at the number, like lose a lap, you lose anywhere from 2 to 3 laps. So it's kind of a little annoying. And it's so we might see guys like further in the pack trying to save, so maybe they can go like an extra lap or something. But it is definitely going to be very tight, so you're going to want to go as far as you can,
Yeah.
and yeah, and maybe save a little if you can.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a balance. I think you're going to see, yeah, some people just try to ride in the draft and see if they can steal an extra lap or two and try to have the tire advantage for the second half of the stage. And you're going to have, other people just going on full blast, just trying to go to the front.
Yeah.
So I think we can head
We
on
can
into
join.
the
Yeah.
race.
Um, as a driver, like speaking from a driver perspective, I would definitely be trying to save a little bit of fuel in whatever way that will mean, whether it's saving one lap, like being able to go one lap extra, two. Um, I I do I would do that
Yeah.
just because I always like having fresher tires. That's my that's something I always tend to do in draft races or in races like that. I always tend to lay back and kind of chill out, save fuel. Some people drive different. Obviously, not everyone drives the same. So, some people
Yep.
may want to go out there and just lead every single lap and pit whenever the fuel runs out.
Yeah, it looks like we got Tiger on the pole here. All HMS front row here.
Oh, yeah.
Got somebody in the grass already just tearing it up back there. Um, the thing is,
Oh, whoa.
yeah, we
The
got some
guy on the
action
grass,
going on the
yeah.
back, it looks like.
It was, I think, JoJo in his return got on
His
the apron
return,
and
big
slammed it to the wall.
JoJo.
Yeah, these guys here, we were just talking about it, how you don't want to lose the
Oh, the
draft. These
48's in
guys,
the wall.
oh, these guys already have lost the draft. The one car is lagging bad back there. But guys like Blink, King
Yeah, there's
Mufasa,
a big group that lost the draft there, it looks
is
like.
that Sikkim in the 43? No, it's Carman. I don't know why I thought it was Sikkim. And then JoJo and, what's his name? Uh, trying to think of his name. Gary.
And
That's
which
it.
car? Oh yeah, yeah.
But they all lost to Draft and Joker. But yeah, we
It's
should
like
see once you get to the front, kind of guys chill out. But when you're in the middle of the pack, it's all you need to go. We
yeah,
see,
yeah. It
yeah,
looks like the 8 car is already making the move. The 9 car is just falling back. That's a tough thing on this track. When you get trapped on the high side, it's just you just go backwards. It's so tough to be able to hold that high line, and
yeah,
especially when they pull the draft down on the low side, you're just sort of stuck up there until you can find a hole. And with this draft, it's hard to really find much of a hole. So
yeah. I find it is tougher to hold on the outside in the next gen cars. Because everyone's cars always seem to drive really good for the first 15 laps
we got a
anyways, 20
3 wide battle. The
laps.
14 sitting
Oh,
in on the
whoa!
bottom here.
But yeah, I feel like everyone's car drives so good that the bottom's just naturally better, where maybe in the Gen
Yeah.
6 there's a little less of that. But
And
YB in the lead now. He's got speed, I think that is. Yeah, speed, in second. I don't know why I'm questioning myself when I've commentated like 5
I
races.
think did the 1 car lag out of the race?
I think
The
so.
1 car is on pit road, and the driver of the 1 car is in the booth party. So
Yeah, we're here.
we are here. Okay, well, made it what? 2 laps, 3 laps?
Yeah, Joku, how was your car? How did it feel?
Car felt great, obviously just not something I would have loved there, but I mean, especially with the points, can't lag out of 2 races, so we're probably
Yeah.
going to be below the cut
Whoa,
line, or not below,
pass for the lead, speed on the inside of YB.
Yeah.
YB put an initial block down the back, but Speed was able to get to his inside as YB washed up the track. And now the 8 car of Cody's all over the back bumper of Speed. YB still hanging on, trying to pull back the 8 car so he can help himself, as the 14 trying to peek to the inside of the 8.
Yeah, and this is where you kind of get that wild card winner. You see a lot of these drivers up front. I race with them every week, and the 38 needs a win, the 8 needs a win, the 10 needs a win. The only one up in this top front group that is safe is Chibi, because he won at I believe that was Iowa. Or yeah, he won Homestead in
Already
second race of the season.
Iowa, yeah.
Just looking at the far shot here, I mean, this just
Oh, Chibi,
looks like
jeez.
oh, this
What a
just looks
move.
like what we saw at Atlanta in the Cup race in real life
Yeah.
a few days ago. It's just like this is just a big group of cars, just 2 by 2. Just I mean,
Yeah. Just instead of the outside being better, it's the bottom. I'm pretty sure someone, like, I think Shake or something, said that we were going to see the same racing that we saw at Atlanta at Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think if you
I kinda
get enough
expected it, but-
cars like on this outside, you might not lose quite as much ground.
Yeah, like, you're definitely able, as the run goes on, to hang on the outside better. We see the 8 and the 10, they've been on the
12
outside
came up a
for
little bit
2 or
there.
3
Oh,
laps
yeah,
now.
somebody is
Electric
Oh,
in the
okay.
23.
Electric in the 23. Always got to watch out.
Yeah, there's 4 hot seats tonight. Mason in the 77, Electric in the 23, Marner in the 27, and then Freedom in the 43. So,
Yeah, I believe the last time Electric hot seed was Iowa, and he ran pretty good. I was also in that race, the one race that I ran all
I
season.
saw you pretty often that race.
Yeah, we made some contact.
Yeah.
Some things to sort out, maybe.
I think he sorted it out with the penalty last night, if you saw that.
Caught the action.
Oh,
there.
yes. Yeah, Speed hit the apron, left the door wide open for the 14. Now the 21,
What does
it
the
looked
8
like he was
do?
going to peak for a second, but he thought better of it. Now Heredia on the bottom also, third car on the bottom. Speed's leaving a lot of track open for the
Riley
8
hit the
car.
apron for Riley.
Somebody's at the wall! Somebody's at the wall!
They all saved it for
Oh,
now.
We're bouncing off each other. Fires. Bouncing off of it.
Look
Here
at this.
comes Electric.
There's
It
just
is-
no way these can stay like this for 200 laps, 2 hours of racing.
Yeah. It should be more tame as we get the pit stop.
Oh, the record was a 22!
Oh, no, go.
22
Where
saved
is he
it.
going? Where is he going? Where is that man? Oh, there
Oh,
is
he's
the
going-
boy. There is.
Marner.
Oh.
Marner's probably going to understand that was the 22 his teammate more than the 18 there in that situation.
Yeah. Everyone kind of
One,
filing into a line, trying to bite some time here.
and you can see, like, if we go towards the back half of this field, you see that 2x2, the 5, the 22, the 41, the 18. They don't want to stay 2x2 like this. When you're up front and it's 2x2, it's fine when you're back in the pack. But when you see what is that, the top like 10, I believe, all single file, you want to get single file pretty quickly.
Yeah, we talked about how it's so important to stay in the draft, and especially if you're hanging 2x2. Usually you are side drafting the guy on the bottom or on the top, and it's really pulling both of you guys back, which is allowing the guys that are able to run the whole track and not be cut off to half the track. It's allowing them to pull away. And
Well,
run
strike
contact.
underneath
Oh.
the 6. Uh-oh, the Xfinity winner from last night.
Yeah, Fire
Already
Slayer.
up into the outside lane.
Fire Slayer just kind of moved him up a tiny bit. Don't know.
He will
I'm
do
pretty
that.
sure that was on
Fire's-
accident, but
Fire Slayer's not afraid to just stick his nose in there, sometimes where it doesn't belong, but, you know.
yeah. Now Electric
Yeah.
goes in the 5th.
One thing I was going to say, you see when there's all single file like this, a lot of Fords up front, but you saw how Heredia went from 4th to about, what is that, 8th? And that can happen pretty quickly. Luckily, I
Yeah.
believe he's in a party with the HMS teammates of Riley and Tiger, so
He's lucky
you
to find
definitely
a
want to
hole in
be aggressive with your blocking on this track, especially when you get single file like this, and people
And
have to
we're
get
coming
in line.
up on Unk already here.
Yeah.
19 car of Brink is, well, let's see what he does here.
He
He's
just
probably
wants
got
to
one
finish
corner
the
here
race.
to get the hell out of the way, and, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he's gonna do
Oh,
it.
in the
just-
wall already.
Hopefully he'll stay. Hopefully he will stay on the outside and not come down into anyone. I don't think he will, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm also race control as well, so I will have some times where I do go on mute if there's a manual or anything to try and get them organized. I did tell the 19 not to do anything stupid there. Down the it looks like they made something happen back here with the 5.
Oh,
One person we need to give a little shout out to that hasn't been here, the 20. If we can get on board with him, JoJo. Hasn't raced all season.
Hmm.
And
There might-
in this first, he just got signed literally less than 30 minutes ago. So
yeah.
speed hit the apron, 3rd place.
It's always nice to see guys that ran a couple seasons ago or a season ago come back and decide to run.
You wonder, like, how rusty he is at all.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm-
I mean, there's been certain circumstances that have led to this, but we don't need to go into detail on that. But
Yeah.
he is. Oh, he just got kicked to the outside here. It looks like, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like,
Hmm.
I doubt if he hasn't been racing, he probably hasn't been practicing much. So,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I'm sure after this first stage, he'll feel right back at home and be ready to try to get up towards the front. You know,
Yeah.
he's probably one of the most talented drivers in the series, and I'd expect to see his name at some point down the road here
Yeah,
towards
me
the
and
front.
me and JoJo have not really crossed paths that much, except for one race in particular that I still remember. It was probably one of my first races in Hennessy when we were doing exhibition races at Martinsville Trucks, and I think I moved him up the track, well, basically sent him, and he ended up doing me down the back, almost into the pits. I had to hook a right and wreck him, so I didn't hit the pit, so I didn't get into the pits.
Sounds like
a
a
wreck live.
Yeah, I mean that was also
we are.
that was
on
like a
air.
year ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have to get you suspended.
Yeah.
I thought they slowed down for a second.
Someone made a move. There's a big block up front. I think
Oh,
that was
my
the
goodness.
there's
23
a
and the
lot of
10, and the
chaos.
21 made a move. 21 hit the apron. Now the
Electric is
23.
trying to follow him through.
Yeah, the 14's not gonna be too happy about that. However, the field is starting to split up, so if the 14's able to get down quick, he might
That's
be able
gonna be
to
tough.
Oh, pushing him up a little
be
bit.
fine.
Trying to get under him.
If
Yeah,
Any of
and-
you guys' picks for the win today?
I don't think we didn't really give one. I was
Yeah,
just talking about earlier was we were kind of talking about before you jumped in here was, the battle between, trying to race towards the front versus the guys that are out here trying to save a
There's the
lap or two of
23.
fuel.
Yeah.
Oh, and there he goes.
We can see the
Um,
guys that are leading are definitely not saving fuel, but you can lead and then drop back for a couple laps and try to save. That's probably what like guys like YB have done, and Heredia and Tribu will probably do. Is once you get kind of drop kicked back a couple spots, you just might want to lift off and kind of chill out and save fuel if you can. So
And I will say, nobody's voice has been louder when it comes to hot seating in a league than the now leader of this race, Electric Days.
mhm.
Uh, he has been on record and said he is unhappy with Cup Series drivers coming down and racing in the series he races full time, the Xfinity Series. And he's out here saying, you know what? I'm gonna just come up here and just
Oh,
start leading
21.
all these races. So.
Yeah, I mean,
And look at what happened with the 21 and the 14. They were
Yeah.
just the leaders, two leaders of this race about 2 laps ago, and now they're both, well, yep, I think the 38 got the 21 there, I'm not sure, but now they're both at the back end of the top 10 and outside of it, so track
yeah.
position going to be key all night.
Yeah, I'm looking at Electric's got a stream up here, and he's got 3 laps of fuel left, and like we have pretty much the whole field still together in the draft, which is just goes to show you like how powerful the draft is at this track.
Yeah, it's also plays like it's a little bit the color too. I've kind of raced so many. Well, I've raced enough next gen races, kind of know how the car works compared to like the Gen 6 car, for example.
So
As
we got a
most
lot of people coming
signal.
down pit road here.
But a
Lot.
lot of the time the fall off isn't as much. The tires don't wear, so you're not sliding
gonna
as
be a wreck
much.
here.
This is going
Definitely
to.
gonna
It's
be
a lot easier to
wreck.
say in the
Wow,
draft.
no way, they just
Whoa.
make it the 18.
No.
Oh my, yeah.
They were like 8 wide into the pits.
Oh, somebody
Someone
missed
got a
it.
penalty.
Somebody.
Somebody got
That's
a penalty.
car, man.
Oh, a
Somebody
caution.
complete.
Oh.
Caution's out.
Oh.
Maybe they were
Unless I'm
going so
lagging?
slow.
No, caution is out. All these cars, I'm guessing, they're allowed to pit, I guess.
Ooh.
All these cars on pit road are gonna be good. They're gonna cycle
I
out to
wonder-
the lead if they just stay out.
The caution must have been for like there was at least 2 of them that like hit the wall and somebody got forced back up on the track. I don't think normally you see a game caution for that, but that's
Did it
I
happen?
mean everybody that was able to get on pit road here, that's a massive break for like everybody that stayed out. They're gonna end up coming out behind all these.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So all those guys that you see up in the front, all these guys pit that first time. It doesn't look like any of them got speeding penalty. Somehow, I don't know how, but
Okay.
top 10 is all from the guys that pit. So all those
Yeah.
guys that got shuffled out, you look at the 10, the 12, the 6, they all got shuffled out and outside the top 10.
yeah.
But it is once kind of the pack gets moving, it is a little bit easier to get
We're just
track position
driving
back.
down on the 3rd lane down the straightaway.
I mean, we saw a lot of lead changes because people were getting hit off the bottom. So if you can just stay on the bottom and try to capitalize on people getting hit up the track, you can gain positions pretty fast. But
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
I don't
This
know what just happened there.
speed, this 38 are going to cost them. Yeah, speed,
Oh my
speed,
gosh.
speed.
Oh no.
Riley
The
shut
fours
us
on the
up.
wall,
Oh,
like
they're
a
looking
big
behind.
back.
Oh my goodness.
27. That's all because of the 38 in
Yep.
second place. Caution out, but the 38
Just-
checked up the entire inside line.
I think
It's
that
a
may have been
chain
a
reaction.
little more. I
I
couldn't.
mean, when everybody's so close together, that just happens. And we've seen Speed a couple times in this race hit that apron and
Mhm.
just take off. I mean, that's the biggest thing is, the squirreliest these cars are the entire run is like the first couple laps. They are really, really loose, especially in 1 and 2. And, it's going to catch a few guys out for sure.
Mhm. Yeah, the usually the most entertaining but scariest part for a driver is the restart because there's not much room to go places because everyone's all stacked up into like one corner. So
One thing to point out, I'm pretty sure half of this lobby is using my setup. So,
Hmm. All right.
the Trackhouse
How
guys
did?
are using it. It's because we, Electric Days,
Okay. He's giving out
when
free setups.
he did an MRL race and I told him to use it.
Hmm.
And I think when he was sharing his screen, Tiger and Heredia got to save it. And so they sent it to their teams, and that's 3 teams right there.
Yeah,
JGR, Trackhouse, RFK, and HMS. So I think that's what Speed was dealing with there in that first lap, and that's why he got loose.
yeah.
Do
The
you
9
think
got sent
most of these
over.
guys are on? It sounded like a lot of people were going to be on like a 7, maybe
That is
When
7
I
Slayer.
really,
started,
that's
I
loose.
started on a 5, so
Okay.
I was kind of confident. Oh, there's someone in the wall. I think that's
Oh,
the third. Oh, that's Mason.
oh,
Oh, Mason. And that car is
oh.
sitting
That
there
yeah.
lifeless, they
Carson
say.
Hocevar is sitting in the middle of the track trying to get a caution again. Oh, okay. Now he's moving.
Caution for a one
That
car
would
wreck.
be a very Carson Hocevar thing to do.
Just backs up in the field.
Speed somehow pretty much wrecked the field, and he's still in second here, just chilling. So,
Oh, and
oh, and
he
now
was
he's trying
going
to
for
go
the
over to the
lead.
inside, and
Yeah. Just a little chop. It looked like it didn't even really look like a chop. Just looked like the bumpers kind of got caught. That's one thing with the next gen cars. It's very easy to get caught on someone's bumper. You can be just pushing them and get it moved up the track because of the bumper. So yeah.
I feel like, you know, uh, sometimes you got to be careful with,
Oh,
some
the
of these.
5, the 5 and the 3. I'm sorry,
Oh
that's big.
no!
Oh,
Oh no! Oh
Thi-
no!
and I mean, I do want to kind of summarize what the 77 said in the chat. While
Oh
I was
boy!
talking to him,
Oh
he said
boy!
the 3 kind of needs to be flipping burgers at a burger joint, right?
Oh,
And NASCAR
hmm.
is kind of not his thing, and you should definitely
It's
look into other
kind of
adventures.
ironic for somebody
Yeah,
that folds burritos for a living, but
we've s-
we keep going.
we've seen a couple times that the car do some stuff. It's usually been the what was the 23, not electric, but the guy who was in the 23 before
Oh, the
him.
23
Oh,
hit the
electric
apron.
misses the bottom.
Oh,
He's going to the back.
commentator's curse.
Oh.
The 21 is
Okay,
ripping the top.
and Electric's panicking here. Electric's panicking because he's on the outside and he's trying to force these guys down low. He's just got to settle
Yeah.
down and find his groove again. He might. Oh no, he's not gonna be able to
When you
jump
get
in that
sent to
hole.
the outside, it's very easy to panic and forget that, hey, I still have a lot of time to go. I can
We
still
are
get down
in
to
the
the
first
bottom.
stage
So
of this race. I mean, there's a lot of points on the line tonight for sure because there are 4 stages, but
yeah,
just
what 70 points
can't.
on the line?
Yep,
We got
max.
200.
Max you can get a 75.
We got 200 laps tonight. We don't want to piss anybody off in the
What a
first
move by
stage.
Chibi. He just forced his way under electric.
And to me,
Oh,
I
and the
mean,
21 is 21's wrecking.
one
21's around,
around,
and
He
he's going
did a
up. Oh my
360.
goodness,
saved it. Oh my
that was
God,
a
good save.
save.
To not,
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
He did a
That was an
360
insane
and
save.
they're 3
I don't
wide for
know.
last place.
I don't know how he did not hit anybody else, but
It was
good
just 3
save for
wide.
sure.
They were 3
it,
wide.
to me, like the reason why these wrecks kind of happen is when you're all blocking the bottom. Like you see how Riley is now, trying
Yeah.
to make sure everyone doesn't get in line. That's why these checkups happen. That's why people are more eager to ship you into the first corner. If you guys all just kind of ride, that's why when you kind of see there's certain people in the Cup Series field that when they lead, you kind of have that respect to, okay, let's push, let's get to this part of the race, and then we'll figure it
Yeah.
out. The 10, the 14, the 6. So
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
the bottom is so important sometimes that when you don't have what like the bottom is so important sometimes that you will literally run like the blue line like you will run on the blue line just pretty much the whole race, just trying to block anyone, and if anyone peeks below, you just like kind of chop them a bit.
Oh, and
You
Riley
don't
went up
try
the
Riley,
back a
to,
little
that's
bit.
gonna cause a
kind of like that,
Oh no.
and that's how stack ups happen. That's how X happen.
Oh, there's
I don't know what he's
We are
doing.
just
Maybe he's
all over the
signaling. I
place.
don't know. Maybe he's praying to God. But yeah, I mean, I understand the desperation of how important track position is. I'm not. If you guys, or is anyone watching a stream? Do we know how laps are left on the stage?
Um, I am watching Electrics,
Oh,
but he
there's a
does not
dive.
have the.
He's crossing the line
Oh,
now, so he should
whoa.
get there. There's a
Already
big move by
moved
the
Yeah,
eight.
Cody.
five laps left here. This
Okay.
is coming up 4 to go.
Electric's on the outside now again. He's been on the outside a lot lately.
Um,
Yeah, you can see
yeah,
the top five. They ran the outside down the back, which is better to do because you can get a better arc. But when the bottom is so important, a lot of the time you don't want to give it up
the
unless you have,
Oh, I thought the 48
unless you can
was.
trust the people around you, which most of the time you can't.
And playoff
And
points
so,
matter so much. So we're going to see how important the stage win is going to be. The 38 is below the cut line. He needs these points. The 10 is near the cut line as well. So see how aggressive
yeah,
these blocks get.
Joker,
Yeah.
just
Uh,
take me
the
inside the
41
mind
got
of a
sent out.
driver here. If you're Riley, the 48, like, what are you trying to do to try to get a run on this 38 and make a pass here? What do you have to do?
Well, for me, when you're all like, when everyone's blocking like this, you want to try and fake them out, but you also want to have enough room behind you to be prepared for a move from the 10. I know this blue line that everyone's just abiding by. I think I'm one of the only people in the field that doesn't care about that line. But
Yeah.
if you're the 48, you're definitely trying to do whatever you can to make any fake or juke move for the 38. Because with him blocking this aggressively, you're gonna have to time a run out like this.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you're the
are you
48,
dragging the
eventually you
brake at
just
all, trying to back up a little bit, or like just try to get him out there enough to where you can get enough of a run to just maybe make a move that he can't block?
I mean, I think with Speed doing this, he's going to have to make a mistake. And with how slow he is, there's a spot right here. There's a chance. He's there. Barely there. No contact.
a little bit
Oh,
of
so
contact,
wrecking
and
came
that's
up.
all that. Jeez, Jackson hit the outside wall. He got it sorted out, though. The 9 was
Oh,
also
the 10
involved in
sends
it.
the
underneath
48.
him.
48's not going to be happy
There's
about
a
that one.
huge checkup behind.
Oh,
These
and
two are going to be dooring each
they're
other.
just dooring. Yeah.
They got it mostly sorted out, but I saw a huge checkup because of all that moving around at the front of the line.
I like what Speed's doing here, and this is coming to the end of the stage.
You gotta feel for Riley there. That's 2 points he lost out on. And
Yeah.
that's the stage. Speed needs a win. We talk about it, and then, I mean, look at who else is near him. All playoff guys.
Yeah.
10, 6, 14, 48, 8, 9 even. The 22 has a win too. So a lot of guys where, I mean, I think you're in a must win if you're anyone below the playoff cut line.
Yeah, I think Speed did a good job too because it seemed like, Riley was trying to back up a little bit and get the push from the cars behind him, but he's also having to try to defend the bottom, whereas Speed was just basically running the top and not giving him much of a tow and really not being challenged. So I think that was smart by him to go up the track and not give him the tow down the straightaway.
Speed was also one thing I watched sometimes is before the entrance of the corner he would go up and try to get a good arc because when you're entering that low on the track you can't really get a good arc and sometimes you have to lift more than you want to, so if you get a good arc you can kind of just throw it in and then like lift a tiny bit later or just keep it in the throttle the whole time.
Look at this, the 10. I mean, that's how quick. Just because this
Yep,
lap one
look
of
how
a stage on
fast.
a restart, you have to be aggressive with your blocks. You have to get in line. But I think when you have 3 of the best in the Cup Series field, second, third, and fourth, there's more eagerness. I think there's a lot more respect between those guys. When you have people like the 38 that haven't normally been up front all season,
Yeah.
there's more eagerness to get by him more than others.
Yeah, you build respect by racing around them, and
Oh, it's-
these three here have raced around each other
Chibi
pretty
got
much
kicked
the
to the
whole season.
outside. I don't think
He's
Chibi was
probably
even
trying something. I
You
think
so?
he's trying this. I
Okay.
think with how slow the
I wouldn't be
38 has been
surprised.
checking up the bottom, he's going to go give it a run and see how far he can go with it.
Here
And
we
the
go.
48
Back,
says,
18.
Oh no.
The 48 was helping Chibi down the straightaway. It looks like they got sorted out behind. I think Freedom's also on the outside. He's the only other one on the outside besides Chibi. Yeah, now Chibi
And
starts to fall back.
This is how it's
Oh,
going to be
and
all night long. And I
yeah.
mean, if you can get enough people up on that top lane and the guy on the bottom is just so slow, it can work. But when I mean, the 14 tried that move and he just has no one else, no help. And I mean,
I
I get
mean,
it.
yeah. This is wild. Just the fact that, I mean, we are running this track like it's Talladega, basically. Like, we're just hugging the bottom all the way around the track, even on the back straightaway. Like, that
Yeah.
is just.
I have a lot to say about that, but I rather not say it.
No, go on. The floor is yours while we
No,
have a
no,
little.
no, no,
This is a
no.
long race. We need some
Yeah, we have.
entertainment here,
Oh, the
so,
12 is in the
oh,
fence.
Let's just say I do not like these cars, so and especially at this track they
I
suck.
think it's just. I don't
So
think it's this car. I think it's just this
Oh, the
track sucks.
14.
I think this. I think
this
this
track is
track.
already drafty, and then you add cars that basically make every race Daytona and Talladega, and you just get a bad product, basically.
I think this track,
Yeah.
Texas, Atlanta, it's like all the same thing. It's just like
Yeah.
there is literally no outside groove at all. If you go up there, you're going straight
But here's
backwards.
my argument to that. I've raced a lot of Gen 6 races lately, and because Gen 6, that you get more tire wear, you can start kind of moving,
Hey,
not
check out.
much around the track, but you can start moving a little bit around the track, and the field kind
I
of
mean,
gets split up,
these
and
checkups are huge.
yeah.
I
They're
think personally, as they're trying to wreck in the back, I think Freedom just lagged there. I'll get that sorted up. I think he's
Oh,
dropping. I think he
somebody
realized that.
is on the apron. Yeah,
That
that's
was
weird.
Freedom. He lagged. I think it's just who's leading. I think if the
Yeah.
10 and the 6 were leading, knowing that they have to pit, there would be a more eagerness to kind of push each other and everyone will kind of ride the top. We'll see how that kind of changes as Jackson moves the 8 for about 7th,
Oh,
but I think we'll see that change as we see
dang.
some of the faster guys that usually lead laps up front take the lead.
Yeah, I look at the line behind Speed, and there's a lot of guys that have raced around each other pretty much the whole season. I mean, I talked about when I raced Iowa. When I raced Iowa, I saw pretty much all those guys, maybe besides 22 and obviously 38, but I basically raced around all those guys the whole race.
Oh, and the 10's trying
He
to go
got
the inside of
there!
the 38.
Contact! He got there. I think he got there. I don't.
Yep, he did. I think that's like as clean as you can do it, to be honest. So,
And now we're gonna see. Now this is the test. Let's see now that the 10 and the 6 and the 6 and the 38 are in the same party. Same with the 48 and the 9. Let's see how the racing is different.
yeah.
Does
You
YB still
already
have to block the
see
bottom,
Yeah,
or
a
there's
little bit
the
more
10,
spacing
yeah.
up front.
YB did immediately when he got the lead, he went up the track a tiny bit just to get a good a better arc into the corner, kind of something Speed was doing last stage.
oh, he's still blocking?
Yeah, he still is.
I
I thought
just,
they were running a tiny bit higher, but no, still
Oh,
blocking.
he tried to get an arc.
oh, and the
Heredia
apron.
didn't go up, and to me, I mean, if I'm the 6, my mindset is kind of okay. We have a pit stop. Everyone has to pit once. Let's get to that. We know the
Yeah.
38 behind me is a
Yeah.
teammate. We know the 9 and the 48 aren't going to make a move either. Let's try and pull away. Obviously, it's going to be tough, but try and get some formation and
Yeah.
run a normal line.
If I'm in the sixth position, I would definitely be saying, "Hey guys, let's chill out and just log laps."
I mean, the 10 is trying to fade as high as he possibly can without giving up a lane on the bottom. It looks like he
Yeah.
knows that. I mean, these guys, I think if they could run so much faster if they just stayed in line, like around the top on the backstretch and got a good arc into 3, but you just can't do that because you know that there's going to be somebody that just wants to get under you, and once you get to the top, you know, you don't know how many spots you're going to lose. You don't know when the hole in the line is going to open
Yeah.
up.
One thing that I'm starting to see now is the 10 with when he took the lead.
And the
you
girls
start-
go 6.
Oh, when
Oh,
the
I thought
10
he
started
was-
taking the lead, well, when the 10 took the lead, you can see now just a little. The speed has picked up a little bit, and you're seeing guys further in the back slowly fade off. More space is creating in the
There's not a
back.
lot of checkups,
Still
yeah.
very drafty though.
Yeah.
So just it now that the pace is picked up, it's a lot tougher to build runs because there's less checkups now.
I just think this is one of those tracks that it just leads to frustration
Oh, that's
between a lot of
22.
yeah. it's just one of those tracks when it's just a single lane and everybody's just vying for the same real estate. It just leads to so many more tempers and frustrations than, a track like Vegas or a Homestead or a Kansas, another
Yeah,
intermediate where the outside lane is somewhat viable and you can use and sometimes even preferred at times. So
yeah,
it's just I I've personally always hated this track because this is the way
yeah.
it goes a lot of the time, but
I
um, you
yeah.
know, somebody put it on the
Oh, the
schedule, so
22!
Whoo, what the oh, but
Looks like the 27 is going to give him that spot. That's a teammate. Remember, we talked about the 22 and the 27 earlier, where the 22 got in the 18 and the 27 got the bad end of
who's in
that.
the 27?
Marner.
Hmm,
mm,
hot seat.
Yeah, the 4 hot seats tonight.
I mean, we saw it like other tracks that we did on like Gen 6. I know this is different. It's a little more drafty than like a Vegas or a what else? Homestead.
Well, I think Vegas is pretty drafty. It's just that like you can
It
use the
is.
outside if you want is the
Yeah,
thing.
that's
Like,
that's
The
the
outside is
difference.
a little more viable. I always personally driving this track I like. I don't like the racing here as much, and
I
especially
agree.
with
Yeah,
like it's a fun track to drive, and especially
it
just
is.
because
Yeah.
how it drives. But when you like, it pretty much the fun gets taken out of it when you basically running the track like completely wrong, but you're just blocking basically. Like you
Oh, I
should be here
could.
running by the
Yeah,
wall, but you're not because you're trying to block the
I
bottom.
could not imagine being in this race for 200 laps and just
Yeah.
Oh,
having to just
Fire
worry
Slayer
about.
just stood on some business with the 14. He said in the Discord chat he noted his move at the end of stage 1, and I think that was kind of payback there.
Yeah. Personally,
Well,
yeah.
Fire Slayer is known to have a pretty short fuse, so
Yeah.
second. Oh my goodness! And somebody
Oh,
hit the wall.
Freedom is lagging at the back half of this field that took out the 3.
Yeah.
I don't know why the 20 is dropping, but the
Yeah.
43 did lag there at
I
the
think
back
the
half of that
20
field.
just got scared and just kind
I
of backed
think
off.
honestly, like we're almost with just the way the pack is driving this track and the fact that they're just letting nobody underneath them, like you're almost in a spot to where like it's like everybody talks about with the issues with the Cup Series on plate tracks is you might as well just ride and try to save a lap or two of fuel
Oh yeah,
and
you
try
can.
to come out and
Yeah.
use the fresh tires to be able to pass people
With how,
because
yeah, with
you're not
how,
passing anybody really.
yeah, because with how the draft is, because we have so many cars that the draft is like so big. Well, not
Hmm.
so big, but it's bigger. You can save a lot more fuel than you would if you ran like a 15 or like 10 car race here. So
For sure, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, if you're like 12 car here, like right outside this big pack, I mean, I don't really know what the use is, and I mean, it's not like you're able to run full throttle anyways if you want to stay in line because of how powerful the draft is and all the checkups that are gonna happen. Like, you might as well just run half throttle
yeah.
and just ride and wait for the pit stop and hope that you can come out ahead.
But
If
you
I
can't really
yeah
do that. You can't. Like, because if you don't make a move or try and be aggressive blocking, someone's going to make the move for you. And we see, I mean, where has the 14 been since he kind of got chucked out of there?
Yeah,
Where
that's
has the
true.
23 been? So you can't, I mean, you can try that. Like, if you're in the front and you have a group of people in your party that are kind of in the same, like, zone as you, then you can try it. But when it's
mhm,
blocking like this and everyone has to be really defensive, it's really tough to try and have your own agenda and try and save fuel.
yeah. I mean, if I'm in the back right now, I'm probably having more fun than driving in the front because if I'm in the back, I at least can like just like mess around and just like run the outside if I
The
wanted
Oh
to.
my
21
goodness.
is
Yep,
trying
Oh,
that's
to.
what
and
I'm
not
looking
worry
at.
about getting passed by other people. So I
Never
can
thought
just
I'd
kind of
say this, but Richmond was more interested than this. So,
the tempos will probably be the same though.
Yeah,
well,
we've
I feel
already
like the thing
seen a
is
lot.
like you can get some at least space from people at Richmond, and like
Yeah,
it's just that's the thing is like everybody's just going for
I
the
feel like
same piece of real estate
yeah,
here.
I feel like Cup Richmond was it wasn't that bad of a race. It was just there wasn't much to talk about because there
Well, I mean,
wasn't
we
like
had a
that.
dominant
Yeah.
car, and then we had,
Yeah.
four
Like
or
I
five
was,
others
yeah.
that were pretty good, and then everybody else, basically.
When we were talking, I was
And
like
the 21
scrolling. Yeah.
finally got underneath the
When we were
23.
talking during Richmond, I was scrolling through, and there was a couple good battles, but they wouldn't be long. They would last like maybe a lap at max, and
I think
Yeah.
people realize, on a track like that, you run them down from a ways away. It's a long run. There's a lot of tire wear. Like,
hmm,
we don't really need to fight that too much. Here, it's like everybody's running the same speed. Like, you're not getting away from anybody. So
yeah.
you
Hmm.
gotta just defend with everything you have. I mean,
The
oh,
And
and
the
everybody
half the
is
pit
I
there's
signaling
I
gonna
on
be
the
saw the
red
inside here.
77 peel off
This
last
is gonna
time
get
by, so I was
interesting.
questioning that, and
This
definitely
is
that
going
makes
to
sense now.
be. Oh,
I think they decided,
did I
hey,
miss
maybe we
something?
can make a lap. The 12
Okay,
slammed the outside
that's
wall.
Okay.
I I I
Well,
gotta be honest, I don't know what just happened there, but
I thought half the field was pitting because they all went below.
Now they go.
here they go again.
Now I think they all are. I think they
Uh,
were trying to fake the
yeah,
first time, but
I think the first time they realized
It's
that they could
23
make an
laps to
extra lap after
go.
they say after
oh,
they
the six.
signaled.
Oh, now they're pitting. Now they're pitting. Now they're
Oh
pitting. The
yeah.
nine, the
Oh,
nine, the
oh the
nine.
Nine
They hit
slammed the
by
nine.
the
Oh,
wall.
four.
he's
The
wrecked. He
14
wrecked.
missed pit road.
Oh
The
no.
18's gonna be by himself. The 19 just slammed the inside wall trying to avoid the 9 who was trying to get back going. The 4 might, if he doesn't get a good pit stop, the 4 might be in trouble. The 18's definitely going to be in trouble. And, I mean, the
And
19 was already in trouble.
I'm thinking about what you said earlier, Joker, and like honestly, like maybe it is better to pit early because like our tires, like are 1-2 lap of
Wide
tires really
using.
enough to be able to make a move on somebody in the draft? Like I don't know if it's really gonna matter much.
I think it will a bit because what we're seeing right now is we're
It
seeing
needs to
the
get a little
yeah.
bit more spread out. Like it can't be
But
18 cars in
yeah,
a line.
it's not going to be 18 cars in a line though. Because with this pitting now and people saved enough fuel to go many laps further, we're having different strategies, so people are already gonna break off. The first like couple cars that pitted, there's gonna be 4 of them in a pack at max maybe.
Did Riley get a penalty? I think he did because he did not come out with the guys he was right next to.
Cause
So
like
I do want to point out that I did make some sort of announcement. They faked on purpose. That was that was
on
an attempt
purpose.
to fake that first time, and
That seems
there were a lot of drivers not happy with that. Before, I mean, I believe he got the
everybody
9
went. You
penalty.
saw everybody went up the track because everybody
So
thought somebody was pitting. Everybody went up the track right
I
before they all pitted.
I told
Yeah.
them to let's not do the fakes here because it's not like Daytona or Talladega or even Michigan where there's kind of like an apron to get out of the
Yeah.
way if
Yeah.
there's something that even Auto Club as well, like there's a lot of runoff there. You
Yeah.
can't really be playing those fake games here. And
Yeah.
I mean we saw that. Oh
But
my gosh, I'm
check
23.
Jeez.
Let's check
But-
the blend
Yeah.
here
But
with the
look what I
38.
mean by the field is a little bit spread out now. We have like a couple car
Oh, here goes the
packs,
6 on the 38.
but now that it is
Oh.
kind of spread out, tire can probably matter if you stayed out a couple extra laps.
I want to see the move he tries to make on this 8 car here. He's trying to fake him and go to the inside and he hits him.
The 19
Oh.
and I don't know who
He's
else
gonna
that
push him up
was.
the track. He's gonna push him up the track, and the 38's gonna get under him.
Yeah, the 8 should
I
fall
think
back
that's
to.
for the lead. Like,
That is for the lead. Well, I
Okay.
think the 48 is that the 48 in front of them. What's the
did
stream
he take
say?
2 tires?
I don't. How many laps are left in the stage?
I can tell you in like 10 seconds.
Because I think the 48 was a clean. I don't think this is a penalty by any means.
Yeah,
So I think this is him as the leader.
Yeah, it's
18.
not like he lost.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was confused because he did not come out with the 38 and the 6 who's next to, so he must have taken 2, I guess.
Yeah, because
And it's just,
with
I mean, it's not gonna work for him, but I mean, I guess try something.
it might. He's not gonna hold them off, but if he
Well,
is able to blend with them, he can still have a good
Stay
shot
in
to
the
win.
draft, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we
But
got five
yeah.
cars here. Yeah, five cars in this sort of first draft, and then we got the 77 leading the next draft
Oh.
here. I think is the 77 is a lap down, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, we have a
No,
couple
he's on the lead
packs
lap.
now.
Oh, he is.
Everyone in
Okay.
this front group is racing for their position,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, the 5 and the 21 have both lagged out of this race
Oh,
to
okay.
join the one. So it's a pretty.
Hold
great.
18. I would, if I had to say watch out for anyone, it would be the 99, 27, and 43. I'm pretty sure those were the guys that pitted the latest.
I
So
don't know.
if
I honestly
we're gonna
don't know
see
why
any movement,
blocking.
they will. So
I think a lot of people are going to be tired of this 38 by the end of this thing. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
understand why we're
I
blocking
just don't think
for
he's
second when the leader, you have to run down the leader. And I think
Yeah.
YB's about had enough of that blocking. I don't really understand what we're trying to do, but that's speed. If you race with speed, you know how that's going to
know.
go. So, and they're just going so
And already-
slow.
yeah,
Yeah,
look at
here
like the
comes the next
77
group.
and the
Yeah,
and the
here comes the
23. They're
6.
running all the way on the outside
Yep.
on the
outside.
entry. So
Okay, everybody is here now, so much
And
for
you,
that.
this is because all of the 38 blocking like that. If we just took our normal line, and I think that second group, the 99, the 27, the 43 that we talked about, with this 38 trying to block as aggressively as he has, second 2-lap pressure tires is going to catch this front group.
I'm pretty sure they have 3-lap faster tires than some of the guys in the pack. The 99, 27, and 43. I think they have like it might be.
So
I think
let's
it's
see what
38.
Riley's not even gonna block, which I think is a smart move. That would have
Yeah,
that
you
would have
can't
caused
block.
nothing good would have come out of that, to be honest. So tip of the cap to Riley for not
Yeah,
committing mass
you
terrorism.
rather
There's
fall
not
back. Yeah.
there's not a lot of drivers in this league, quite honestly, that would do that. So
You rather fall back to 10th than get a 15-point penalty for blocking or whatever.
Well, the
One penalty
38's
it is.
doing his best to try and do that. So that's what I've seen all race. So if we can get a lap counter here. Oh,
Yep.
the 4. Oh, that's another thing.
we got 12 to
The
go
four-
here.
Here comes a 6 on the
The
outside.
4, the 4 and the 3rd and the 6 had some spicy words to each other during that green flag cycle about them. Jackson was
here
not
comes
happy.
the 6 on the outside.
Jackson was
Trying to
not
hold it.
the fake.
You got two fast cars up there.
Did a
6
car
and the
just
20.
leave in the middle of the field?
We got the 10 side drafting the hell out of the 6 car right now.
I think I
Look
saw
at
a
him
car
go.
disappear. I don't know who it was.
And that's
though.
just because of how slow this 38 has been, and
Yeah.
that's the point that I've been trying to make. You
Oh my
let
goodness.
one of these
He's
top
gonna
guys
pass
get a
YB's had
lead,
enough.
He's
He's
gonna
going.
pass him.
Oh, and here goes
and
the
he's
10
making,
to the
oh,
bottom.
the YB got under a 3
Oh, we
wide.
got
That's
3
not
wide.
right.
Oh,
Okay,
I got
and I
do
clear.
not-
Oh, and
I
here comes the
don't
20 to
blame
the bottom.
10.
Yeah, I don't blame
The
him.
6
there.
and the 20, it just works out perfectly for them.
And the 10 gets back in
99
the
won
3rd,
the
and now the
grass.
38 is going to be towards the back end of this top 10. And I don't blame the 10. The 38 was kind of doing that the whole race, and you just can't keep
And-
blocking like that and not
Yeah.
get away with it.
If they weren't blocking like that, not everyone would be here. They would probably be. It'd be probably a 5-car battle for the stage win, not
Man,
a
and you see
15-car
how
battle.
far back he's going here.
Look at the 99 on the inside of the 18. He has the freshest tires of the field, so
I think
don't know
these
if that'll
top
do anything.
3 have a chance to try to get a little bit of space between them.
Oh, the
maybe
41,
here.
there's going to be a game
Here
caution
we go.
for sure.
Oh,
They say
Oh,
that
stacking up
most.
here.
Lag? Was that- I think that was a lag wreck, but I'm not sure. I'm
I've
do
pretty
you
sure
have
that
anything
was,
being said
but
in the Discord?
no one has said anything, but
Okay.
I don't know if to call a manual or not, because no one spun
At
out.
least,
So
I guess we keep
I'm
going.
trying to
I
find
mean,
those.
you know,
Yeah.
these 3 cars here, I mean, if any
They
3
are-
cars are going to get away, it might be these 3 here. We'll see how
They're
committed to each
also-
other. You see,
look at this,
you
yeah.
see now, look, they're oh, and as I say that, YB
oh
goes
my
to the
god,
inside of the 20.
the 4 and the did you see that? Did you see
Yeah,
that?
I
Yeah.
hope the end of
Four-
that.
The 4 and the 23 were at the wall. And, I mean, everyone kind of knows Jackson Altman's antics, and I think Electric Days and the 23
Bang,
has kind of had enough.
bang.
and it's just and now Jackson's
Oh, and
holding
here
up
we
that
go.
second
Here we
group.
go.
And if you're Musa, you cannot mess
Oh,
around.
They are not. They're not catching
Yeah.
them. They are not going to catch them.
If you're Musa, you need to go now. You have any sort of if you have the advantage on pretty much everyone around
As long as these top three don't start racing each other and they run the optimal line, they're not.
Do we have a lap count of how many laps to go?
Yep.
I think they're definitely within the last
second.
laps of the stage. So we'll see how aggressive they're going to get.
We have
I want to see
6 to go here. There's 6 to go right now.
All right,
Coming to 5 to go.
now the 99 and 27, the two guys on the freshest tires are leading this field. Will that help them? They are seeming to work together. The 23 is just following them.
I don't know.
I think they'll get there.
They gotta
but
stay
I don't think
committed.
there's going to be enough time for them.
Oh, and here goes
to
the 10 to the inside of the 6.
Yeah, they're
the
going to get
lead.
there, but it's just how quickly
If
they get
this stuff happens, they might get there. And the 10 is just saying, you know, if I get an opportunity, I'm going to take it. They were running the outside and getting a good arc into the corner. You see the second group here. They're running the outside on the straightaway and getting a good arc into turn 3, and
Yeah, something we
you know,
haven't seen
that's
much
gonna help them
this
catch 'em
race.
we'll see if JoJo or, I mean, both JoJo and Heredia have been passed by the 10 car in the last couple of laps here, so maybe they work together here. Try to get him.
Yeah, I think they
Doesn't
wait.
look like
Yeah.
they're gonna push it right now.
Yeah, I think if you're the 20 or the 6, you need to wait a bit because that pack is starting to
4.
catch by a lot, and the
Yeah, I
bad
think
one
if
that
they
they're
try
doing,
to make a move here, that they're gonna
Yeah.
be swallowed up.
Like,
so you definitely don't
yeah.
want that.
if you make a
But
move
there's still
here,
playoffs.
yeah.
It's just 3 to go right
If you
here.
if you make a move here right now, you might get up to first and second, but now you have everyone with you when you can just wait a couple laps and basically just work together and then make a move like with 1 or 2 to go.
Oh, and the 20 hits the
20
apron! Oh. And they're gonna be sniffing that draft. Coming to 2 to go here.
Yeah, they're going to get there on that final lap, but I don't think there's going to be enough for like a move or anything.
I
of
don't
some
think they'll
sort.
be able to get to the 10. They might be able to swallow up the 20.
Yeah,
You
the
know.
20, he hasn't fully got up to
Heredia,
speed yet.
he's
from
being
the
very
mistake.
defensive. Heredia's gonna try this outside here.
Yeah, them
Try something
battling is gonna.
different. He's going to try and do a crossover.
Yep. And
many laps
he
to go?
might park it on the bottom here. Yep, he did.
They're going to get there. The second, I mean, it's going to be too little, too late. Like, I think there's like 2-3 laps to go. It would have been interesting, but last lap, stage 1 or stage 2.
When he's gonna try to inside here. He's gonna back up. He's gonna try to get a run here, get a push from the 20 car
Riding
down
on
the
board
back
the
straightaway.
JoJo.
Gotta know that the 10 car is gonna block this bottom here.
How will
What he
JoJo
does,
play into
yep,
this?
He is. He's gonna try this outside move again.
YB's
Drives
not
it in
letting
there.
someone pass him on the bottom.
Oh, but the 20 is gonna go.
No,
Oh,
he got
hold
there!
on, the 6.
He got there!
Oh!
Can he get there to the line?
side
got the side draft.
He got it! I think the 6 got it!
I think he did. What
I
a move!
think I saw that. Oh my god, what a move.
move
And it
by
was
Heredia.
it was nice and clean, no contact by any of the well,
That
by
was
both of them,
just-
so.
That's just, I'm the best driver in this field, and I'm gonna pass you on the outside of Charlotte.
We can't confirm
See ya.
the 6 car did win. The
What a
And if
stage
you're
finish.
YB, you gotta be sick losing the stage like that on the bottom. And Heredia didn't really even have to push. It looked like JoJo was staying low with the 10
Yeah.
car, and Heredia just worked that side draft perfectly and
Yeah.
just got to the line. That was very impressive and shows you that, you know,
That was a
if
crazy
you
move.
know how to do it, you can make that outside work on the last lap and get there. So we'll see as coming back.
Halfway through the race, on the stage 3. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, 3. Not the final stage. We still have one more after this, so yeah. The
Yeah.
stages are kind of like the how the All-Star races get in the way, so where it's all pretty even.
Any interesting comments, Joker?
I mean, Jackson and the electric, they kind of resolved
Sounds
that.
about
The forethought electric was trying to block there, and and that wasn't really the case. And Electric was just saying, you got to be tough, right? You know,
Hmm.
the Lewis Hamilton video. You can't say,
Hmm.
hey, here's some space. No, I'm taking it. So I think that was in the end of that stage. And I mean, look who's in front now, and look at the difference. Remember we saw
I
the
know.
6.
Yep.
Remember we saw the 38 when he was leading. It was block, 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 block. Now we have the 6 and the 10 up front. They kind of have an understanding. The 20. These are kind of a lot of wins in this
A
top
lot
three.
of
So
wins. Yep.
they kind
Yeah.
of have an understanding of what they're trying to do in the stage. I mean, obviously they're going to block, right? But the eagerness to just go down to the bottom of the racetrack as soon as the backstretch begins isn't as important.
Yeah, you can see kind of, and just all it takes is the first couple
Oh, the
Oh,
10
and
cars.
doesn't
here he
care. I'm
goes. Yep.
sorry. Never mind.
Yeah.
I think he's still upset over losing that stage. I was about to say,
Well, you
I'm not
might get
sure
him
he's gonna hold
back.
back
Yeah.
after what just happened there. And I
I
think
thought they
also,
were going to chill.
see, the thing is with that Joker is that, the 10 knows that maybe his biggest threat to win the race is the 6 car. So if he can get him shuffled out here, that's just gonna help him.
Yeah, and
One
usually he's
person we
not
have
going
not
all the way
seen
down to the
is the
bottom.
14.
Yeah. And we
He's
saw
at
him
the
at the
end of
beginning
his
of the race.
path,
He was
yeah.
leading, and ever since then, he's been just scrambling to try to get his track position back.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about the 14, to be honest. He's at the tail end of this pack. He's kind of just creeping back into it. He may not get a lot of points because he's not rushing his way through the field, but it's a long race. He's just trying to methodically get his way back up
Oh,
to
the
the field.
20
Oh,
hit the
20
apron.
washed up big time.
99 to third. There's some Trackhouse.
Yeah, the
Since the
6
one's
gets
not
back
here.
to the bumper, the 10.
Trackhouse needs some points today, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1 has kind of been the flagship car. Musa got 4th in that stage, though, and he's in a position where he's near that cut line. Unfortunately, he's in that situation where he's racing his teammate for points, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think Eric got a lot of points, if not any. So I think Musa's winning that battle so far.
Yeah. One thing I think I find funny is I was just doing a race before like a half an hour before the race, and guess who was in the race? Driver the 99. So he's kind of warmed up already, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone could have. I didn't predict this. I didn't predict this type of racing. I haven't necessarily done a next gen Charlotte race here, but I definitely didn't expect this aggressive blocking with how
Yeah.
important track position is.
I think I've done 1 or 2, and I've hated them since. So a lot of the races I've run have been Gen 6 lately at this track.
Yeah, and I think the 10, the 10 and the 6 have kind of. I mean, we're assuming, right? I mean, we said that last time, and then the 10 made a move, but I think they're kind of in an understanding that they got to get to the pit stop. So I think there's more eagerness to try and pull away.
Yeah, just kind
I
of be
think
patient, pull
10
away.
was willing to make that move. I don't think the 6 will really push the issue here. I think he's fine
Yeah.
with where he's at.
I don't think the 6 wants to really like get him back for making a move when they could just pull away. It doesn't seem
Heredia
smart
told
to.
me before this race that he was going to be okay with letting other people lead. Because why? He can save that fuel. And you saw how hectic that stage or that pit stop scene was. We saw, I believe, the 9. I mean, we have not seen the 9 since
Yeah.
that. And he's all the way back towards the low 20s or low teens. So that's why, like, trying to stay out later, you saw how the 99, the 27, they all worked out eventually. So I think staying out later, getting those fresh tires is going to be the way to go.
Yeah, that's something I tend to do is I don't like to lead a lot of the time. I just like to ride in like second or third and save fuel because I'm always thinking about strategy. That's why I didn't force a move on Chibi in the Xfinity race when I was
Chibi.
in second.
There's the 14.
Yeah, he's coming.
So
Oh, and the 12 gets
five
moved to
of
the
them hit the, like,
outside.
five of
and,
them hit the apron.
The 12 car's not gonna like that. Oh, he gets back in line. It looks like.
yeah, the 23 got sent out of line again. The 27, he got on the same strategy as the 99 car last stage, and he's got some track position because of it now.
You wonder if they're just thinking this 23 car,
There's
this
the 14.
Xfinity driver.
And there's the three that I mean, there's the top, probably one of the top three in the series. And now we'll see. You know, remember we talked earlier in this race about how the blocking is. I think with those three in front, those three are some of the more respected guys up front. I think we'll kind of see this
Yeah.
a little more
I
calm.
think,
Well,
yeah, I
before the
think, and
start.
also all it takes is just a couple cars, and look at the 99. I mean, like the
Oh,
99, he's making a move, but
hmm.
he wasn't running on the bottom. He was following them for most of for most of it.
12 is
oh, and the
push him
14 might
all
get
the way up
shuffled
there.
again after he just got back up there.
Yeah, still a long way. Still, he's got time. Basically 2 stages still. So
But he still hasn't gotten any stage points. I know I think he got them at the end of stage 1, but he did not get any in stage 2 there.
yeah, I mean that's just how it is. Sometimes you have to sacrifice stage points. And I mean he can. He's not in a huge dire situation for stage points. He's more kind of going for the win. So
Oh, and here goes the 6.
if
But
he
he's
can,
also
yeah.
in that regular season points battle. I was really upset that I lagged out of this race with that extra stage, this extra stage that we have to do. That's the extra 10 points possibly that you lose out on. And with Heredia getting that stage
Yeah.
win and Chibi getting none, that cuts that gap that Chibi had to Heredia by 10. So I think advantage to the 6 car so far.
Yeah, the 10 and the 14
12's
on
got to
the
be
outside.
careful about leaving any opening of this 27 car is looking to take advantage.
Shuffled SHR out. We'll
Did.
take a kind of pinpoint. Keep this in the memory bank to see how long it takes them to get back up to the front because
Yeah.
we haven't seen the 38. We haven't seen the 9, the 48. Remember, he took 2 at the end of
Oh,
that
whoa, whoa,
stage.
whoa,
My
the 10
goodness, the
forced his
10
way in.
just...
The 20, even as well. He's nowhere in this top group.
Yeah. The 99's not eager to make a move, as I've kind of mentioned. I think King Mufasa has enough respect for Heredia
Yeah, and you know,
to
there
not
is
force
this
a move.
saying that people at SHR like to say is don't F with SHR, and
Oh,
people
speed got
are
shuffled.
Fing with SHR at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like
As the
that.
20
Yeah,
is trying to get underneath the 4.
I feel like that
Yeah,
quote has
they're
kind
starting
of
to lose
hurt
group.
SHR. If anything, it's made people want to turn against SHR instead of just not caring about that.
Yeah, that
I feel
second.
like
There's a third group now.
I feel like the two teams that just have the most hate is SHR and
Oh,
Drake.
there's a big block by the
Oh,
4. I don't understand that. I mean, now they're all gonna lose touch, and this is kind of what people get known to kind of hate Jackson Altman in the Cup Series races. Like, what are
oh,
we
and the
gaining?
8 car
Oh, the
went to the outside.
41.
I remember when he intent wrecked speed in an exhibition race in the off season.
And now I
Well, I
think their
mean,
stage points are over. I
these
think they've
are
lost it.
the antics, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
Uh,
Is
Musa to the lead.
oh,
Yeah, Musa
yeah,
just went to the
this
inside. It wasn't that aggressive of a move. It was a late move though.
Did he get a
Just kind
lap
of
lead?
faded him.
He
Oh, and the
didn't. He did
20,
not get that lap
the
lead.
4 puts the 20 in the
I
grass.
think he already has a lap lead. He stayed out extra, so he on that last stage, so he may have led a lap.
Jackson Altman is just
Anyways,
being
he's
a
going
menace behind the wheel.
Guaranteeing that that second group now does not have a shot to win this stage or even get
they
stage points.
if they get their heads together, they might, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it seems like there's always a consistent. I feel like now that you guys have been broadcasting, and now that I can see it, like I can see everything now, you kind of see the same guys that are kind of the issues, right? I feel like I.
Oh yeah, we
we've
saw.
been-
Yeah, I basically knew who the issues were at Daytona.
We've seen the 38. I think we probably said their names the most in a negative so far. So it's good to note as we kind of get
Yeah.
towards the end of the
Fire
race.
Slayer to the lead now.
Tiger's got to shift. Actually, is Tiger in the 9?
Tiger's
in the
Yeah.
9. Yeah. Tiger's got to find a way around this 4 car, I feel like.
I don't feel like he
He's not gonna
wants.
pass him. JoJo doesn't give a crap about that though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
and
don't-
should be trying to make a move.
Yeah.
Freedom trying to make a move.
If you-
JoJo's pissed.
yeah.
JoJo is pissed at this 4 car.
Oh,
Yep,
and Freedom
he
hits
sends
the
him.
apron.
Here
and
comes JoJo. He's gonna try to get
He's
below
gonna
him.
block him.
Yep, and he's gonna get below him. Oh,
Nope, he
Jackson
puts
pushes
him
him
in the
out of the grass
grass.
again.
Yeah, Tiger knew that.
And they just, to me, you gotta let the 14 by. Like, I think JoJo, and should he just put Freedom into the water?
I'm
Kind of blame him
if
there.
I'm
I
in
don't know
JoJo or
what
like
is-
Gary's position, I'm just going to ride with the 4. Because if I try to make a move, he's just gonna sit there and block, and there's
I
no way
think
around
the
him
20's
unless you
faster
drive
than the
through
Uh,
four,
it.
the
though.
4 is slow. 4 is not catching this group. So the driver of the 4 car is, I mean, let's just be honest. He's not the smartest racer in the field.
See, he's just blocking. Now the 3's gonna get into the inside of the 20.
And now,
But yeah. The 20 might be able to get there.
It's just we're.
What do
and
we gain? I think
I
we should
know-
get back to the front. They're 2x2.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, they are
I-
battling. The
I just
27's going for the
know-
lead.
I just know how frustrated the 20 car is with the 4 car, but
Well,
I mean
we
that's
got pit
most drivers
stops.
in this field.
Speaking
so.
of pit stops, can we see how many laps of fuel we have left?
Yeah, we got Electric's got 5 laps of fuel left. It looks like we got 24 laps in the stage,
There's the photo chase cam from Electric.
so definitely approaching that. We're still like 10 wide in the back here. This front pack is sort of a little bit squirreled up.
Yeah.
Trying to get it together.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we're gonna hear a very spicy Discord in about 2 to 3 minutes when everyone kind of has time to get to their
Yeah.
phones and unmute.
Oh, and the
the
99 gets shipped to the outside by
I
the
th-
27.
I think I mentioned something about patience
Oh,
and how
they're
when you
getting
get
here.
to
It looks like.
at Daytona,
I
I
would be-
think I mentioned something about
Are we
patience
faking
at
again?
the front. I don't think they will, but they might.
pitting.
Half they did.
Somewhere. Oh, here comes Heredia. Yep.
Heredia did very
There's 4?
late,
Oh,
but
there's a
they.
group in the
I
back.
think they got it. Yeah, a bunch of guys in the
So we
back.
got, I think, 6 in this
And then
first
Blink
group that
follows
stayed
them.
out. We'll see if they.
I think this
also
is
come in.
good for the second pack because they're gonna have more cars than this pack that just pitted, and the front pack's just gonna get more split up as they start pitting and peeling off and that stuff.
Do we see anyone else?
I think the 99
The
said
Uh, 10, the
10, the licking!
the 10's
What
gonna be out of
was
fuel.
that?
I think the 10's gonna be out of fuel now.
Oh,
The 10
no.
did it. Did we see the 10 signal there?
He did signal.
I
But
think he did. I
I
cut
think he
too
got
late to
pushed by
understand.
somebody who was behind him.
Yeah, and the 10's out of fuel now. That's a heartbreak for him. Yeah,
Or
the
he
cars
just
that-
completely misjudged that. I don't know what happened there. Like it looked like everybody knew it was happening,
Oh
and there was only
God!
there was only
He
6
almost collected
cars in that
speed.
group.
Look at the 8 gain so much time on the 12.
Yeah.
I think the only 2 people that got out of this cleanly were the 6 and the 48.
Yeah. 23 is right there. The 38.
Oh, is that YB Beta
still
talking?
just- Oh boy. Sure, he's.
Oh, YB's got to get off the track. There's gonna be a pack coming out of 2 in a second,
And
he
YB
was in the
is
middle
out
the
of
track.
fuel, and that kind of
Yeah.
if he could get to pit row and only lose, because this put him
Yeah.
1 lap down.
This is
well, he's
putting
probably
him
gonna go down
2,
laps.
I think. He ran out of fuel down the front, so he's been riding around for basically a lap with no fuel.
Yeah, I still don't really know what happened there. That was
There-
just
you
that
have
was
the
weird.
Yeah, you have the front 2, then Electric, then Speed, and Mufasa, and then you have a huge pack.
You see how slow Speed is though. Like he is falling back big time from these
The
cut
guys.
this
10 is still not on pit road. He's going to go a second lap down here. He probably will go a third before he even gets to the pit stall.
Oh
and
my goodness.
That's big for the playoffs. You see this big group behind him. That's big for the playoffs.
Yeah. It always sucks when you ride around for 3 stages, running good, and then something like
So-
that happens, and it basically ends
they
your
are
race.
not happy in this voice chat. Happy.
Yeah.
A lot of R words, a lot of
Ooh.
swearing, a lot of idiot.
Mufasa trying to go on the outside of Speed.
Who do we know who he was mad at?
He is mad at the 8. The 8 car is mad,
The
or
eight.
the 10 is mad at the 8.
Well, because the 8 ended up hitting the next lap, I think.
But he's still in the group. The YB isn't. I think YB just got on a pit road,
Yeah,
and he's 3
YB's
laps
gonna,
down. His race is over. He
YB's
needs a
gonna be
lot
like,
of cautions.
YB's
Wow.
gonna be might be 4 down before the end.
That's just a really tough break. I mean, that almost makes you like,
Well, he
ugh.
said he made it very clear. He said, "Everyone get the f out of the way." If the 8 he is near the 8 car.
Oh boy.
So,
It's
well,
about to turn in
I
the
mean, he's
Cinema.
gonna. I think he's about to pass him right here. I think the 8's about to pass him. Oh, he better
Oh.
hope.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we are on
Oh,
board.
yeah, let's go on board with
with
the game.
YB.
Everyone's starting to get out of the way. They heard.
Oh boy. Oh
That
boy.
8
Here
is
he
wide
is.
open,
Here he
but
is
he-
going into
Go.
third.
Wait for a
And
clean
he
shot!
wrecked
Oh!
it.
And
And
he
there
takes
it
him.
goes. There's
And
the.
I think that is a
Oh, and he slams on the brakes
manual
again.
caution, and we're gonna have to call a manual.
He was a clean target there. No one was near him.
16 laps to go on the stage. Oh my goodness. Just, you knew it was coming.
That sucks for Hoodie and Riley, who are just in their own race, basically. Electric was by himself. He was about to get passed by the pack in a couple laps.
Wow.
As we set to slow down for the manual that was just
Well,
called by Joker.
Yeah. That's, I mean, he stood on business. I mean, everybody else knew it was coming. They got out of the way, and we're still trying to hit the 8 car under caution here.
Yeah, I mean,
And yep, and
he's chasing him.
and he's in the inside wall, and
That kind of
I
looked like
don't
the
think
Xfinity race
he
with me and
is-
Big Jim at the caution when we were door slamming each other. Oh, and
Yeah.
Brink just got taken out almost.
Brink
And-
Brink is around, just minding his own business.
Poor Brink, he's been riding
All
around
right,
and
well,
all of a sudden
we are all
gets
pitting.
caught up in that.
Apparently,
Oh, the 8 might speed
and,
here.
oh my goodness! And
Oh, YB
yeah,
may
the-
have made.
the 10 car is crashing out. Like, what's gonna happen if he loses again in the playoffs to the Dodgers? So, hate to see it. Just
Can't
you
wait
know,
to see Padres hate after this.
losing his mind in this race, but sometimes it just goes like that. And the 8 is hitting him on pit road again. He's out of his box. That was a glitch or something. But
the 10's AI had enough with the 6 car. Looks like some strategy. Some people may have took 2 because Heredia is not the leader. The 22 and the 41 are.
I mean, I think it's worth it. If you can just
Yeah.
hold the bottom.
If you look at where the 22
give
and
it a
41
shot.
were, they were in that pack. Ooh, the 22's lagging for me. I don't know if that's for anyone else, but
I
Yeah,
think
if
the 10 might have caused another car to speed, perhaps, down pit
Yeah.
road. So
uh,
I think our Lord and Savior, always Joker, is trying to take care of things.
I was gonna say I haven't
In the
heard of him
in the
for-
chat
for
at
a
the
while.
moment, there are some tempers going on for sure.
The
I
10
think
car, yep.
we just got to keep a
YB's
camera
coming
on the
back?
10 car. I think he's still and he's still in the back of the 8
He
car.
just got his car repaired
Yep.
and
he is just gonna keep. Yep, we are full crash out
it
mode,
took
folks.
him 3 corners before he broke another
we
radiator.
are full crash out mode in the 10 car right now.
He is blocking
haven't
the 8 car.
seen-
It's like speed.
We haven't seen something like this in a minute. Like he
Yeah.
is just. I mean, he's
Non-stop. He is not lifting.
yeah. There's
The only thing I don't like about this is it's kind of like the 19, the 43 have all been kind of caught up in this because YB is carelessly driven into the A car instead of strategically just
I
dooring
think
each other. They've been
we
doing it
are-
in front of many cars.
I think there's a high probability the 10 car will not be racing next week. So
I think it's
I
gonna be a
guess-
couple weeks.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, at this point, I guess if you're the 10 and, we've already done all this damage, we might as well just keep going, right?
Yeah,
Like
more
we're not we're
entertainment.
we're, we're not gonna be racing for a minute here. As he has just lost
Yeah.
all composure here, and this is just getting silly at the moment.
We have
I
10
don't,
people watching the stream. Hey, that
I
paid
don't,
off.
I don't know how much.
Oh man,
Like,
there's 7 now.
I don't even know what you do if you're the 8 car at this moment in time. Like,
Oh, you are
and now he's hitting the
mad.
12 car, and
If you're the Aka, and nice
oh, and he
gone.
parks it. He is out of the race. The
There
10
are
car
9
has
comments.
retired from the race.
The comments are
Ladies and
blowing up.
gentlemen, I hope that that's the best entertainment you're gonna get all night. Was
Oh yeah.
that show that the 10 car just provided, and
We just gained like
yeah, there is
yeah.
going to be keep an eye on incident discussion because surely there will be quite a few things to take a look at, and we will see quite a hefty penalty for the 10 car. I can only imagine. So
When we were green, we had about 5 people watching the stream. When we were on the caution, we had 6, and then when that started happening, we had 10. And now we're
well,
back to 7.
we still have a race to go here. We're
We
coming
need to
to,
find the
let's see.
41.
We don't have too many laps left. Oh, everybody's.
Yeah. Looks like there's they're doing
Oh, there was a game caution that came out. I didn't even
Yeah,
realize it. I
we-
got so concerned
looks
with.
like we're transitioning from a game caution to a manual because
Yeah,
of all the shenanigans that happened.
I don't think we have very many laps left here, but
No, probably like less
yeah,
than 10. So
that was a full blown crash out. I mean, that was insane. That was
yeah, that reminds me of
wow.
that that kind of reminds me of like Boom, to be honest. But like Boom did it in the chat, not in the race. Well, he kind
Yeah.
of did in the race. But
I don't know if I guess the 10 was satisfied with what he did and left, or maybe the race director told him to leave the race.
I think
I
I
don't
think he
know.
just kind of decided it was enough. Now we have back
I
10
mean,
people
he
watching the stream.
was 2 or 3 laps down, so
Alright, choose cone here at the
yeah.
line. The 41 picks the bottom, the 22 picks the bottom, the 6 and the 48 pick the top. 11 people now watching, damn. Whew.
Yeah, we will restart the race with 7 to go in stage 3 here, and yeah, I think the rest of the field is just trying to I think everybody was just anxious to see what was going to happen there, and now that the drama is all unfolded, it's time to
Yep.
race for some stage points here. And like, you mentioned it earlier, we got I think a couple of these guys up front only took 2 tires to get
Yeah, we got
near the
2
front here,
tires
so
on the first 2 rows of the bottom. We have 4 tires all on the outside. It's going to be very interesting to see how this restart plays out. We know the 41 probably will get a good jump and stay the leader through 1 and 2. But
yeah.
what happens to 22? Where does the 6 come into this? How does the 48 or the 23? The 23 is the first one on the bottom with
And
fresh
Joker is
tires.
back from
Or with
sorting out
4
with
fresh tires, so yeah. 12 people
Paris.
watching the stream as we go back green. Yeah, we gained like 7
Yeah,
7
and
viewers from that.
here we go.
Yeah, why do
41
that?
takes off, and yeah, I mean the 6 just has to hold this outside here because he knows he has fresher tires, and
Oh yeah, he's gonna be able to
he's
drive it in a lot deeper
he's
than
been one of the
22.
few guys that's been able to make the outside work, as I'm sure we're gonna see
They
some
are
shenanigans
fanning out.
probably from the 4 car here.
Phenomenon.
Down on the 23 again, and electric
wide,
is
3 wide, 3
not
wide,
going
3
to
wide,
be,
right in
and
the fence.
we're
4, that's not gonna work.
yeah.
Oh man,
we
they are
just-
bouncing off of each other. Riley got eaten up. He was in 4th. Now he's in about 14th.
And you gotta feel for
Yeah.
Riley. He was 2nd or 3rd, right?
He was 4th. on the outside.
So SHR just
Jackson 3 wide.
manipulating the race.
Oh,
Again,
wow.
22, the electric to the
Jackson
wall, they're
Altman
wrecking.
just.
I feel like we
I don't
still
know
have.
how they didn't wreck.
I
And
feel
here
like
goes
we-
the 6 to the outside.
I feel
Try
like
to
we
take the
still
side
have
draft.
YB in the race, just driving as
YB
the
is
4
in-
car now.
Oh yeah, or maybe it's switched.
I mean,
What
you
does the
know,
4 do?
Pull the movement.
SHR does what SHR does, so you know.
What does the 4 do? Does he push
Well,
his teammate?
he's
Does he
gonna
make
push-
it 3 wide? He's trying to make it 3 wide. I think you
Here
gotta go
comes
around
Chibi.
the
He
outside.
came out of
car.
nowhere.
Look how good this 6 car is. Just
The 41 is
rolling
on 2
this
tires
outside.
as well.
Oh yeah,
so.
he's flying.
I
We
think
saw
if
him
you're the
steal
4, you gotta
the
jump up
stage
to the
win
outside.
from YB.
This is impressive, all by
and
himself.
yeah, he's holding it.
and here
Chibi
comes
just
the-
sent out his teammate.
Yes.
He doesn't care. Going for it.
Now Jackson
Take
might be
the
able to
weapon
help.
out of the
way.
Hoodia might
4
be
laps
clear.
to go. And
Wow.
It's not gonna get clear.
SHR are too busy fighting themselves to care about who's going for the stage win
It's
here.
just that 41. He's 2 tires, so he's not holding on as good as the 14 and the 4.
Holding up this bottom
He
lane.
is struggling.
Yeah, the 41's not slow by any means pace-wise. It's just the tires that are slowing him
23.
down.
And if you're
He's
on the
about,
top, I
he's about
actually
to get
don't mind
moved
that.
out of the way.
Yeah, Mufasa
Oh,
in the
here
floor.
Jackson! He's
His teammate.
teammate! That's a teammate!
Mufasa
here comes
forced
the
his
14
way
at the
3
bottom.
wide. There's still
Had to
3
make
wide.
that move.
Oh.
Jackson goes from the SHR. I mean, don't mess with
SHR
them. I mean,
masterclass.
What
they're
does
messing with each other.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa!
and we
They might
got-
be wrecking. They saved it.
we got
what
things
does
happening
Chibi
in
have
the
now? Yeah, what does
I think
Chibi
Heredia's
have
gonna
for
win this
Hoodia?
stage.
Chibi's
We
got
2
help
laps
if
to
I can
go
find
here.
him.
Wow.
He doesn't really have as much help as I thought he did. Mason's
Marner
up here
blocking.
now. Mason
Mason-
hasn't been
Mason-
up here that much.
And
Look at
this
three-
is
three
this
hot
is
seats.
why this is why some people just do not take SHR seriously, is because of the antics within the team, poor team leadership. You just gotta wonder what is going on in the minds of
I'm
some
pretty
of
sure
these guys.
someone was in the grass and, on the entrance of 1. Yeah, Heredia's pulled away. That,
Is this the final lap?
Big no, we are gonna win a low- oh my God.
yeah.
I mean, the 48 has got to be just pissed,
Off
and
of
he's
turn
just gonna drive through everybody he
4,
can.
I think this is the last lap, and Heredia would win his.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Oh, it
Heredia
is
wins
last.
his
Yep,
second
yep, my
stage.
bad.
Oh wow, the 99 got
70
walled on no
Masopes
caution.
is wrecking. Oh, and we're just wrecking everywhere.
There was a lot of contact after. Obviously,
my
when the
goodness.
AIs take control, they like to slam into each other and play bumper cars.
Top 10, we got Heredia, Chibi, Barnes, Masopes, Electric, Mufasa, Riley, Tiger, Slayer, and the 3 car here. So that is your.
Riley was able to
top
recover.
10.
He got sent back. He got drop kicked back. He was in 4th and got
Yeah,
drop
this is
kicked
a
back, but
race.
he came back and
Ugh.
got points.
You knew it wasn't just gonna be a single file, right in line, just smooth,
I mean,
whatever.
it-
You
it
knew
was
at a
for
certain
most of it.
point people were gonna get impatient and things were gonna start to happen. Tempers were gonna boil over, and
Yeah. Oh,
here we
and-
are coming to the last stage of the race. Fans on their feet,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
we are green.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw it start to happen where it was like slowly boiling over, and I think we hit the boiling point.
I think we are not done with seeing some
Yeah, I
some
think there's a lot more
interesting
people to crash
moves.
out.
Who? Okay, now that we're in stage 4. Oh, the 9, the 5, the 43!
Oh, a little bit of contact. And they got, no, they didn't, they did get sorted out, okay.
I think
Who's our pick to win?
yeah, I mean, from where they're sitting at this point, I think it's hard to pick against either the 6 or the 14.
Oh, yeah.
We know these are 2 of the fastest guys in the field, and here goes the 14
Oh,
to the bottom,
Jojo!
trying to take the lead.
I think
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the
yeah.
back half of
Oh,
the
you're
field.
fine.
I feel like what makes a compelling argument for that 14 is he's been through the field not once,
How about
but
Marnes?
twice.
In the hot seat here, up to second.
I think there's a lot of good hot seat picks that you could have for the win. Obviously, Mullins,
I think
the
Electric's been really
23,
fast all
yeah,
race, and he's
even
gotten moved a couple
Mason.
times by the 4 car,
Oh,
and
as I say
oh,
that,
and here
Mason,
we
I'm pretty sure
are.
walled the 12,
Oh,
the
Yep,
they're
and
wrecking!
yep, and
41.
41!
oh my
9!
goodness.
Who all wrecks? They,
No one wrecked,
I
but
can't even.
they
There,
saved it.
I swear, I just look back there, and there's 10 guys just all over the backstretch, and somehow we just keep rolling.
They've done a good job at saving it, so that's one thing we can give them props for is that they definitely know how to save it.
okay, can we get a official prediction on our
I'm going
winner?
with the 6.
Small.
Let's see. Who do we have up here? Um,
I'm going with the 6 because that's the only car I've seen be able to pull the move on the outside a couple
I
different
I
times.
probably should pick my team owner, but I'm gonna go with the 14. He's been through the field many times. So I feel like if anyone's going to have something happen and still get their way back to the field and potentially win the race, I think it's that 14 car. He's been in the back, the middle, the front. He's been
Now,
everywhere.
all right,
I'm
Joker, what
gonna
about you?
go. I'm gonna go with the 99. I think
Mm.
he's been one of the
Ooh,
No,
I
no
would have.
bias at all. No bias in that pick
no,
at all.
no, none at all. But I just think he's the 14 and this 6. I think there's trouble's coming. We got
Yeah,
a storm coming, and I just don't think they're going to be in that position. And I think the 99 is going to be in the spot to take advantage of it. And if
yeah,
you're this top 6, all of
You
you are
gotta stay in line here. You gotta
you
stay in
have to
line.
stay in line. Let
yeah,
that second group either wreck each other for a caution or try and take pit earlier to get back up into that front group.
yeah. Cause
I think.
yeah,
Oh, and the 43 gets shucked to the outside by the 9.
I definitely
That's
agree
just
with that
gonna hurt
99
them even
pick.
more as Masopes and the 8 car here are trying their best to keep up, but
Yeah.
they're not gonna catch them if they don't have help from behind.
They need more help. They can like pull away themselves from that pack, but they can't run down a pack of 6 very good cars just with 2 cars that
I'm sure.
have had
Uh,
solid pace but haven't
the
shown all of it.
I'm sure YB would be uh not thrilled to see the 8 car win this race
That
after.
would be an incredible story. That would be.
Jackson doing more terrorism. He just terrorized at 22 and
I mean,
the whole
what's
back
new?
of the field.
Jackson holding up this backpack again. Uh, I
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
there's sometimes like it. You just gotta be wondering like what's going through his mind at certain points, and
All the time.
I don't. I just don't know. And now the 8 is passing the 77. And I just
You start to wonder
this is just terrible. This
why
is
do
just
some of these
terrible.
guys have
This is just low IQ people that just don't understand anything. Just
yeah. That's how I feel about the
uh,
Xfinity series. Fine. Don't know why I chose to race there.
well, this second pack
Really,
is
give it a
not.
go.
I
I just don't think they have
I
the
don't think
quality
so.
of cars
I don't think so
to kind
either.
of get. I think these top
I think if
6. I
the
mean,
20 got up there and the 9 maybe, but
I
yeah.
just don't think there's anything. I mean, if you look at the people on pit road, imagine that as a cup team. Joker, YB, Sharp, and Jake.
Oh, and the
like,
27's in the wall up front, and he's gonna get shuffled to the back. He did.
Mason
27
got
hasn't
put in
really
the wall,
made
too,
any
deep in the field.
mistakes. Hasn't made any mistakes all day, and was riding in a perfect spot, and now is at the back of this first pack. Still in it, obviously, but that was just an unforced error right there.
Yeah, May 77 got put in the wall too, and he's lost touch with this second group, and I think his kind of shot to win this race is over as well without a yellow.
Now, before the race, there was a lot of talk about the fuel issues with this last stage here. Do we have any thoughts about fuel? Are these guys gonna be able to make it on just one stop if this thing goes green here?
Well, I don't exactly know the how much you can go on it and that, but
I
if
think
I'm
they
in
were
the
saying it
yeah,
was 52 laps in this stage, but I
52.
might be wrong on that.
Yeah.
But I thought that's what some of the fellas were saying before the race, that they were
If I'm
worried
like
about this.
Mullins or Riley, and if I'm in this pack, if I'm one of those two, I'm trying to save right now because there's no point to like push when you like
You
rounding
don't
out
want to
the
push. You
pack.
just don't want to allow this next. I mean, they are quite a ways back, but you still just you want to
Yeah,
make sure if you're in this that the worst you're gonna do is six basically, right? Like
yeah,
we got six cars here. You don't want to fall back further and put yourself at risk to those cars
yeah,
behind.
but you
So,
don't have to fall back that much when you're saving. You can still be on someone's bumper while you're saving.
and I think
Good
like the
job.
six here is in the position he wants to be in. He doesn't want to be leading,
Yeah.
taking more
Yeah, they're
fuel.
just
And
shuffling now. Back in the pack. Sorry to cut you off. The
no,
18
you're
got
good.
by the 9. The
Yeah,
4's
I mean
up
it's
to third
just
in that group now.
I've kind of
So,
just given up on whatever the hell they're doing back there. So I'm sure there's a lot of drivers that if we had a radio on right now would have a lot of things to say about the way they were managing this race right now. But yeah, uh, my question is here. So we're still I think a little bit of ways from pit stops, obviously, but let's just say, let's just assume that, the race is between these six guys up front. These guys that are further back, do they try to stay out a lap or two and maybe think that they can take one or two cars on their own as the 14 is coming up to lap
Yeah.
77?
I think what you just have to do is you have to get a couple cars from that pack, like they're kind of doing right now, from that second pack, and try to just log laps and see where you are. If you are still around there, sure, try to undercut or try to overcut, whatever, just try to get off sequence with the guys ahead. But if you are gaining and are able to chip out a pretty big gap, I think you can get away with doing the same thing, but you still probably should try either going long or undercutting.
okay, so what do you let's put the driver back into it, like for pit stops. When do you want to pit and who do you want to pit with? Because to me, like I think the 14 and the 6 are the two people that are controlling this race. So
Hmm.
if you like, since you guys picked them to win, who would you rather pit with? If the signals, are you pitting with him or are you staying out that extra lap and pitting with the 14?
I'm pitting with the 14. If we're talking like like if we're talking like not about being on a certain team or anything, and we're just talking about what's gonna win me the race, I would feel comfortable going that extra lap and having, even if it's the slightly fresher tires, I would go with that. And especially with
I
close on fuel, I
yeah.
I I would go the extra lap.
I think the game with these top six guys is trying to be the one that can stay out the longest, because I think when there's 20 cars all on top of each other, it's a lot harder to pass. But if there's just a few guys in front of you, I think that tire advantage will be enough to where you can actually be able to make some moves on people. And I think the
Yeah.
game is, if you are in this top six here, you're trying to save as much as you can to go as far as you possibly can to get the
Mhm.
freshest tires for the end of
I
this race.
I
Yeah.
think we might see a caution. I think that if you want to go back to the second group, kind of the guys, so we've
I mean,
kind of been the big names all race that we've been
well,
talking about.
I think all these guys realize that the only way they're going to have a chance is with a caution. So, I mean, that makes it more likely for there to be a caution, right? And especially with the four car still right in the middle of everything,
Mhm. Yeah.
you never know. The four
Now,
car, the
yeah.
38, you got the weapons are there to make mass destruction.
Yeah.
We just gotta wait and see what's actually gonna happen. JoJo's trying to make this outside work. I think JoJo's just like
I had enough.
Trying to make
He
something
does.
out of it,
He
trying to
had
do
enough.
something, just trying to race, like just
Yeah, I
trying
think he
not to
just
be a
wants.
cuck and right in line this whole time, but
Just
Oh,
you
the
wants.
know,
99 in the
Oh,
wall!
what
Did he?
happened?
I think
I
he
missed.
lagged out.
Oh,
Oh, did he light
we
out?
have
His
another
controller
victim, and we're
died.
3 wide with Tiger in the 41 and the 20 going into the corner in the.
Where is the 99?
In the outside wall.
A
Oh,
controller must have died or something. I don't think he just. He's gotten back going, but he's. Oh, and that's big for the points. I mean, obviously, I think YB's going to be done, right? So that kind of moves the spot up. And I mean, I don't know. That's big.
how about these two way at the back? These Bass Pro cars just side by side battling each other
Battle of
for
Bass
whatever
Pro.
place this is.
Like 18th or something.
Just
We got cars
chilling,
pitting.
just cars pitting. Wow.
I want to see anyone in the front pack. No one pitted from
Who
the front
pitted?
pack yet. I think
Maybe
Chibi's
they
now pitting.
think.
He led
Maybe they
the whole
think
time.
they. Oh, and we got yeah. Okay.
I think that's a block.
Yep.
I mean, there might be a seal, but I'm sure that was a block. Oh
That
no,
was-
he's
it
fitting.
was-
Nope.
Yeah.
8 in the wall.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. He was leading and basically pushing the whole time.
Okay. Well, that shows you he didn't have enough fuel to maybe go as far as he wanted. Electric is in second.
48,
He's still got 2 laps of
ooh,
fuel, and
they're all
he's pitting this
signaling.
lap.
The whole front pack is signal, yeah.
It looks like these front 4 are all gonna pit this lap.
Now, there's a lot of time you can to be gained and lost on the
No,
pits.
you just cannot
Oh, and
make
let
a
them put
mistake.
Oh no!
That was
Oh.
close. I don't know.
I think he gave
The
him the penalty.
41, I think, is the leader now. They stayed out an extra lap.
Oh. Oh. We
Oh,
were
we
hearing in the
cannot wait to
Discord.
hear what happens if this 6 car has a speeding penalty.
Okay, that's fine.
He has not said anything, so
That's payback for hot seating in the Xfinity Series, taking a win away from him last night.
We'll see.
oh, he has not said anything. So I think we're all good.
His
Six
car's
is-
moving. It's getting ready to get going. Oh,
Yep,
Yeah,
it's going.
he's fine.
Okay, we are good.
Yeah.
We are good. We are free from drama. We
I think he
are.
sped. He
We have
definitely
avoided.
would've had some maybe a YB
41
type of
and
crash out.
12
So
are in
all
now.
4 of these cars right here got out, and here comes the 14, I believe.
Yeah.
This is big. This is big. Is he gonna be able to clear all of them here? And the 6 car's not gonna block. He's gonna side
has
draft him,
to
but
clear.
it's not gonna work.
Okay. Now
He just
that-
had the
yeah.
run, but
Now that-
now
yeah.
all these cars have the fresher tires. I still think the 6 is in the best spot.
Easily, yeah. You have
And
everything that you basically want advantage
and
wise.
he knows too that if he needs to, he can make that outside work. I think he's
Yeah.
just gonna
I don't
bide
think he
his
can do that
time.
on Chibi.
And he's got friends with him though. I mean, I kind of. I
Oh.
think Manu would be willing to
He's
help.
thinking about it. He faked it.
Yeah, I think Manu would be willing to
Oh.
help. I think the 48 would be willing to help. I don't know about the 23, but
And
if he
he's
does
gonna
go to that side.
try to sneak under him.
Can we get a lap counter?
Yep, coming to it. I'll give you in a second. Stream's a little bit behind. We got 20 to go here. The Credit One Bank 20. Is it 10 to go or 20 to go? I forget what it is.
1 to go.
one to go.
Oh, that's right. What is the 20 to go? It's like the Craftsman 20 to go or something like that.
That's only in trucks, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, if we look,
The
look at the top
Hennessy
5.
20 to go.
Never stop, never settle, right?
No.
But if we look at this top 5, what do you see? 5 different teams.
Mm.
The only one not represented is Trackhouse. So that's
Oh, and then he's going to
He's
the bottom!
there. He can't block him
What a move!
anymore.
He caught him. He caught him napping, and
oh, he left
Chibi's
him
gonna
alone.
try to hang on.
and they all slide off the track.
Chibi might get in the second here.
Chibi,
The 48 jumped to the high lane. Will he get back to the back? Will he get to the back bumper of the
Heredia. I thought
14?
Heredia was dragging the brakes so the 14 couldn't get in. I think I think the 6 car would much rather see the 27 behind him than
Oh, easily.
Does he
Yeah.
though?
the
He's a
14.
hot seat. Has nothing to gain or nothing to lose. Everything to gain. Only thing he's here for is that checker flag. And
Well,
I mean, we've said it 3 years ago at the same track. Oh,
oh,
Riley,
it
never
is.
mind.
The 23 gets moved up by the. Oh, and
It's
they're
gonna be between
Oh
these
no, they're
two. It's
losing
gonna
time
be
here.
between these two, I
They're
think.
losing a
I
lot of
think they're
time.
fine. I think if Chibi can get to the lead of that group, it's still a 3-on-2. And then if I think Heredia is pulling away from Marner, I think
I
he's going
think
to be fine.
Riley's fast enough to bring them up there. And especially
Yeah,
the
I think you're right.
27
Yeah,
and 6 are not
it looked. I'm
connected.
just looking on the chase or the from behind already, and it looks like yeah, they're already back. So yeah. Yeah, but knowing HPL like we all do, there's probably somebody in one of the groups back behind this that's gonna bring out a caution for no reason. But we
I
will wait and see if that
I feel like
happens.
I do have to ask how many laps to go.
Um, I will tell
Alright,
you
so
in 15
we'll
seconds.
see. And the 8 car is
Because
out
that
of the mix
second
as well.
pack has
And I think
gotten
the
kind of
38. Nope.
organized.
Oh, the 77.
And they're not that
They
far
are not
behind.
going to catch them.
Alright, they're not
We
organized
got 15
anymore.
to go
They
here.
were for a
It's
second.
15 to go.
I still won't be surprised if there's a caution. I mean, the two people that we talked about all night, the 4 and the 38, are in that same
Yeah,
group.
the 38 was just 3 wide for like a
Yeah.
second ago.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
the 22,
This
jeez.
9, the 22, yeah. We probably should just... Oh, and the 9's underneath the 22, and...
Riley got to Marner. Marner got out of the way, or
Somehow,
Riley got by.
I swear, every single time, the 4 is leading a train of somebody and just blocking 10 lanes at once. Just without fail. Just...
I mean, if it's for the lead, it's good, but if it's for 7th place, it's
They are going
questionable.
so slow through the middle of the corner, it's unbelievable. Oh
when-
man.
So-
It's just so bad. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
You gotta just like anybody that's behind this 4 car, you just gotta feel bad for because
Oh, yeah.
if you try to make a move, you know the 4 is gonna put you in the grass or put you in the wall or something. Like he just
He kinda
slower,
just- yeah.
slower than molasses, and just you can't make a move on him because he's just gonna wreck you.
You kind of just have to, like, go...
And now we're 3 wide again.
You kind of
They're
just have
trying
to go
be-
with his antics, because if you try something, it'll just wreck you. It's just kind of
And,
like one of those
they're
things.
all
It's like,
slowing up. They are. I cannot describe to you how slow they are going through this another corner. They are going so slow.
they are hugging the line like it's Daytona.
Oh my gosh.
They finally got off
Wow. Okay.
the line for
I'm just.
a bit.
I don't think I don't think I'm capable of watching that for another however many laps. Electric
He lost
lost
us
his
with a
front
draft.
pack.
Yeah.
Wow, that is big. I don't know if he maybe hit the apron,
This second
got
group,
loose or hit the wall, but yeah, he is not going to catch these guys. So
This second
I think
group.
when I cut off,
the
he
caution
may
is
have
going
hit
to
the
come
apron.
from the 4 and the 38 just
And they're
trying to
running
be
two right now.
menaces. It looks like somebody
Can we get a lap count
lagging
at the
for a
line?
second. We got 10 to
She's
go
the 22.
here.
Oh my god.
10 to go.
I don't know. I want to look at the leaders, but I want to look at this. Chibi, there he
The
goes.
inevitable.
Chibby's
Hey,
going on
jeez,
the
oh
48.
my god. I need to cut back to the front.
I
Riley.
mean, yeah. I mean, if you're these front 4, like, I mean, mix it up. Like, they're not going to catch you at this point. So you know.
Yeah. The only person
And
that
if
can
I'm
catch you is
Riley-
Electric, and he's by himself. It's
He's
gonna
not
take a
gonna
lot
catch
of.
up. If
So
I'm
do you
Riley,
think
you-
the 6 rather see the 48 behind them than the 14?
yes, because Chibi,
Yeah.
we've seen Chibi be willing to make some moves for this win. I don't think Riley's gonna be. Riley's not willing to go all or
Yeah.
nothing for this win. I think Chibi's a little bit more
And those-
eager. With,
And also, sorry for cutting you off, but the 6 and the 48 we've seen them for the last couple of races. They've been working together. They're in the party chat right now, I'm pretty sure. So they can kind of
Eight
communicate.
to
Not
go
like they're
here.
gonna say what. Not like Riley's gonna say what he's gonna do to try to win the race, but they can more kind of work something out and make sure they are 1-2 coming into the last lap.
I don't think, you know,
I think you gotta go now. This idea that you wait to the last lap. If you have an opportunity to take your run, you take it and deal with the consequences later. But
yeah,
you can't wait
You
and
have to
hope,
have,
oh, if I get this run, because there's no guarantee you get that run on the final lap.
for
yeah,
sure. I agree.
I agree, but
If
you
you get
also
the
have
run, you
to
gotta go.
you also have to understand, like, you want to put yourself in a good position. So making a move with 2 or 1 to go is better than making a move with 3 to go and then getting sent out of line, and then instead of you having a shot to win, you're just trying to get a top 3.
I don't hate the position
I
this
don't hate it
27
because
car is in right now, honestly. Like, he's
the
just,
worst you can finish is fourth in
right,
this
yeah.
situation. So
Unless
if
you
He's just
I have
waiting
a
to
run, I'm gonna
see.
take it.
Yeah. He's just waiting to see what's going to happen here between these front 3. We know something is going to happen, and he might just be able to just,
Yeah. If the
they get
48
pushed
isn't
off
going to
the
make a move,
track
the
and,
14 will. And that's
yeah,
going to
I
allow
mean,
a great chance for the 27 to put himself in third, which is probably the best position to be in. I mean, he's basically third because the 48 and the 6 are acting like one car.
this is coming to
To
4
me,
to
if I'm
go here.
Riley, you gotta go. I mean, if you have a run, take it. You don't. He's gonna wait till the final lap, like a respectable driver, but that's not how you win races.
Right.
Waiting and hoping a situation comes to you. That's why you see how aggressive
Yeah, you
Chibby has
can't be
been so
respectable
far.
and win a race.
So, would you prefer, you think the best chance to make a move is down the backstretch or into 1?
I think it's down the back is the best spot, but
I
you
think
might
so
have to catch
too.
him out. That's
Oh,
the
and
thing.
he's thinking about it.
Down the back is so obvious, you might want to try something in 1, or like force something in the middle of 3, or like something to catch him off, because
I think,
otherwise, if you just make a move down the back, that's so easy to block, and then it forces you to go to the outside and have to pass on the outside, which we haven't seen many cars do.
I think if Riley knew this 14 was going to stay committed to him, he would feel a lot differently about the moves he was going to be able to make here. But I think he
I
also
think
knows that the 14 is going to try to get by him the second he leaves the bottom open. So he
I
can't really like arc it in good enough to get like a great run down the straightaway, I feel like.
I think he kind of just has to hope that the 14 will go with him. Because if he just sits there and doesn't make a move, the 14's going to make a move, and he's going to be the odd one out.
I just feel like he's just the 6 is going to win this race just because the 48's not really being bold enough with his moves he's trying to make.
Yeah.
How many
Coming
laps to
back
go?
to the white flag here.
White flag, got it.
See, remember we talked. Look at the gap now. The 14's not on the 48's bumper, so the 48
No.
has to make his
He's got to
own
back
move.
up a little bit.
Yeah, he's gonna have
Oh
a
my
good
God,
shot
there.
in the 1. He's gonna have to take it. I feel like he can't wait till the back.
4 wide. I'm sorry.
He's trying to make a move here. We'll see.
No,
He's
nothing
just not
open there.
close enough.
Yeah,
Well,
in
I
these
just-
cars,
just
it's just
don't
so
know.
tough to build
He's
a
gonna have a chance.
run.
But it's just how big of a bolt, and he's blocking from behind. Okay, so
Yeah, Chibi is not making. Yeah, they're just not gonna get there. It's just.
He moved
Oh,
him.
and he's gonna push him up. Oh, and the 14's gonna get into him, and the 6 is gonna get it,
Heredia for what the 3rd time is gonna win.
and the 27 takes 3rd to complete the podium. I mean, I guess I don't know. I just don't think there was enough energy for Riley to be able to make a run there. I mean, he tried. I mean, he hit him going into 3 there, and it just basically took his car up the track as well, and
Yeah.
the other 2 cars just got under him. I don't really know. I just don't. There just wasn't enough energy there to get any sort of run on him.
That's just one thing with these tracks is you can't really, because they're not meant to like be this draft dependent, so it's so tough to actually like make a run. Where at Daytona it's a lot easier to.
Yeah. Well,
to me, I mean, we might as well have just gave the 6 the win 20 laps ago.
yeah. I mean, he made the move on the 14, like a lap or 2 after the pit stop, right? And that's pretty much how it stayed the rest of the way. So.
Sometimes the best moves are making them early.
You can't
Yeah.
wait
Right off
in that
guard.
situation till 5 to go and hope we might as well just gave him the win. And let's see who gets the fastest lap.
Riley has joined us now, so
King Mufasa, so that's 2 extra points for him.
Okay.
But we'll wait for the other 2 to join the lobby in a very eventful. There's one. Where's
yeah,
the other?
Heredia's now with us. Who we interviewing first?
We're trying to wait on third, but he's kind of taking his sweet time.
I hope my mic.
I'm not
connects to
waiting all day.
radio.
So we'll start with our second place driver. I mean, just kind of talk us through the final few laps and what our game plan was.
Oh, but did you say the winner?
Riley.
Riley.
Oh, Riley. Oh, okay.
Settle down, little bro.
Wait, what?
What
I
was
was
the game
not-
plan in the
I
final
was not
10
second
laps there?
place, unfortunately.
You weren't? Oh,
No.
well, Chibi hasn't even joined anyways. Were you fourth?
Yeah, I got fourth.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you shouldn't be here. So, I don't know why he's here. Lord knows. I mean, Lord
All right,
knows. He's not.
we're losing the plot. All right, I'm gonna start it off with
He
the race
could answer the
winner.
question, but he didn't do anything. I didn't know Marner was. I didn't know Marner got
right.
by. But Chibi hasn't
Yeah,
even
he
joined,
passed it on the
so.
last lap. It's all good. All right, Heredia, I'm gonna start with you. Just okay. So you had a fast car the whole race. It looked like you right when you came off pit road. It took you like 1 or 2 laps to make the move on the 14 there, and you kind of just were rode there in the lead the last 15, 20 laps. What were you sort of worried about? Where were the points on the track that you were trying to defend? And just talk about your strategy towards the end of the race.
Well, my game plan was just shuffling the 14 out. I think the 14 was probably what I was worried about the most. I knew I had some friends behind me. Riley was one of them, and the main thing was just getting the 14 out. I feel like that was probably going to be the guy making the moves, being really aggressive, trying to lead. I knew if he lead, he was going to be, hard to pass. So I shuffled out before pit stops, and that one lap fresher tires. I mean, it helped for a bit. I caught right back up to him half a corner, and yeah, I just try to make a move as fast as I can. And Riley had a shot. He tried it, and we stuck it around. And so yeah, good race.
Do we know how many cup wins is this for the Heredia god now? Do we have a
34.
34
what-
cup wins. Are we?
Is that real?
Yeah, that's all
He's
times list.
surprised.
Are we? Do we have to have a goat debate at some point here?
Let's not do this now, bro.
It's already debated.
We're not.
I
doing
think
this.
I think the GOAT debate
I lasted
is
2 laps. Anyways, just
it's no comparison with the GOAT debate at this point.
Hmm. Okay. Well,
Oh my goodness! Yeah, you're late. You're not getting that. I arrived 15 minutes ago.
this
Small anything
non-American
for
driver.
the race winner. Oh, he had enough. Well,
Wow.
No, I don't have
first second
anything.
driver to do that. Okay. Heredia, just kind of talk us through the racing there. Anyone to kind of point out to kind of improve? We saw a lot of guys that were kind of terrorists out there.
Yeah, what'd you think about the
9/11.
10 car? What'd you think about the 10
Yeah,
car?
I
yeah.
thought the
Kind of talk us
Tango
through
was,
that manual.
Oh, that manual was something. We were just in the party. I think the entire party was having a hoorah watching the tank car just beat down the 8 the entire like 3 laps of manual, and don't mess with SHR, as they say, right? And he messed
Something
out, and he
like that.
found out. Yeah, yeah. He found out really quickly, and yeah, that's all we gotta say.
Chibi said he was pissing after the race, and that's why he
That
didn't
was a
join.
long. That was a long. Never
It was a
mind.
real long PP.
Yeah, that was
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay. You know what? Let's not. Okay, let's move on to I guess P2 Marner.
P3.
I mean, he finished P3.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you've kind of snuck it up in Xfinity, so just kind of talk us through running up with some top guys in Cup. Oh my God! What the?
oh my lord! You grown
Holy
up!
did
crap!
not
You grown
think
up!
he sounded
You
like
grown
that.
up! You grown
Whoa.
up, dude. Kiss me.
Is this man like 36? Like,
Bro used to be
Gosh,
like
dude.
12. Now he's.
I just took off my clothes. Oh,
Bro
I mean,
just
this is
aged like
I'm so
10
sorry. I was-
years in like 3 years.
Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off, but your mic isn't shared on the YouTube channel. Man, so everyone misses that live.
that real reaction. That was a real. I think I'm still amazed. I did not expect that sound to be coming out of that account. But
Dude,
here we are. We are shared now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just talk us through the race and what sort of happened from your vantage point.
Yeah. Through stage 1, I was kind of, around 10th place, hanging near the back when they were just like down to the bottom, just lining, and then through stage 2 and 3 and the last one, I was able to get to the front and just draft with Heredia, Chibi, and all those guys, and then I was hoping Riley or something was able to go in there and try and wreck Heredia, and
He tried to. He got it. He got into him a little bit.
I'm still happy with P3 though, after what I've done in Xfinity so far, this is nice.
Yeah. Small? You got any question or?
Nah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to the guy that just sat in line for 50 laps, Riley. Just kind of talk us through. I mean, just kind of talk us through the race and how was your race?
I mean, it was a Congo line, whole race. And then the last lap, we tried to move them, and we didn't move them enough, and we got passed. And yeah, that's what happened.
So I'm gonna ask you, Riley, because just watching this race, it was I could just sense the frustration through the field of everybody just running the bottom line, even down the back straightaway. What do we got to do to get Charlotte and Texas and Chicagoland and Atlanta and some of these tracks that are just bottom only, you got no outside at all? How do we get some of these tracks out of the schedule? How do we get them out of here?
I mean, I think you just need the guys that are picking the schedules to just vote for mine. Because I mean, I don't.
Is there somebody in this party that maybe was responsible for certain tracks on here being on the schedule?
All of them.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well. So now we know the truth, folks. This is why we see just cuck fests around the bottom at certain tracks here. So.
I mean, I don't think anyone expected that, right?
I mean, to that level,
I'm kind of glad I lagged out. I'm glad I lagged out.
Yeah. All right. Well. Anyways, wrapping up the longest race of the season, there were a lot of interesting things that occurred. We will probably see some driver not return to the Cup Series for a little while, probably.
I think he's done.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there. But everybody that tuned in and stayed long into their Thursday night to watch this one, thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next week for the next one.